Hey everyone. So because the next episode of Sit Down by the Fire, because of tech issues, I'm not sure when it's gonna. Hopefully, it comes out next Friday. I'm waiting on an email. Long story, but I thought me and Eric could kind of treat you guys to a little like live episode of Sit Down by the Fire. This is live on my YouTube channel. Eric, you're welcome to share this out on your social medias, everything you have. Even share it
Okay.
on your definitely share it on your MySpace as well. So, um,
Oh my
so
god. A while ago, when I was just curious and I looked on my MySpace page, a lot of the pictures I saw in there, I absolutely cringed. Like,
wait,
there was at
you
one
had,
point I was going through like a gangster phase, and oh my god, it was
you,
bad.
wait, hold on. You actually found a way to sign into it?
Well, I didn't sign into it, but I found a way to look at some of my old pictures on it.
Eric, you know what to do next year, right?
Share them?
No, react to them.
That would be interesting for my channel. Oh my god. Like,
reacting.
oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, reacting to my old MySpace photos.
Yeah, it would be pretty similar to when I did those series of videos where I reacted to my old videos. So I guess it could be like a side series.
Yeah, react, or even that could be interesting too. Reacting to your reacting to old posts you did on your Facebook or Twitter or Instagram too.
Right.
As long as you, but so you're more than welcome to share this out on your social medias. I don't
Right.
really
Yeah.
care.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I am doing that as we speak.
So, what are some of your, as we're kind of talking about, this is kind of Christmas time. I'll kind of go first and then you can go, Eric.
Okay.
Christmas, Christmas is always, growing up as a child, Christmas was always fun. Going up to South Dakota to go see Grandma, Grandpa, and my Aunt Sherry and Uncle Mike. It was I still feel this way in some way, but I think it's more so when you're a child that Christmas does feel more magical.
Oh yeah.
And I still feel that in some ways, honestly.
I do too, but definitely a lot more so back when I was a child.
Right, and I've always felt this way too. That people are just nicer this time of year.
Well, I definitely felt that way when I was a kid, but I guess now as an adult, I guess people can be rude any time of year.
I still feel that people are somewhat still nicer around Christmas. It's just one of those things I can't put my finger on it, but it's just, I guess it just is more of a feeling, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
But as far as like Christmas gifts, I do remember getting the Nintendo 64. That was the big one. That was the big one.
Cool.
Which my dad got. My dad got one of the early ones because he worked at a pawn shop.
Okay.
And actually, I need to get that one to still work because actually that doesn't work anymore.
That's a shame.
But the model number is model number 1.
Wow.
And if anybody doesn't believe me, I can. If somebody comments here that they don't believe me, I will make a community tab about it and prove it to you. Prove it to everybody because it's model number 1. Because Eric, I assume this would be model number 1. It says model number 001. I assume that would be model number 1.
I would assume so too, but holy crap! For it to be model number 1, that's pretty big, man.
Yeah. So I need to find a way to get that one, get it fixed because, I mean, I could buy another Nintendo 64 there because they're pretty cheap right now, but.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I guess I would like to get it, see if it's worth fixing just for nostalgia, and if it truly is model number 1. Yeah, I kind of want to restore it a little bit,
Definitely, yeah. And now that you mention it, I haven't played the Nintendo 64 in a long time, and now that you mention it, it really gets me in the mood for it. And also, you gave me the idea that maybe perhaps I could play some N64 games for an episode of Let's Play a Game.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest playing some Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, I loved that game as a kid.
Me too. That was one of my favorites. Or one of my favorites. One of my favorite games of all time, and I wish they would make a new game. Gex.
What game,
do you know Gex?
I don't think I ever heard of that one.
Gex the Gecko?
Oh, yeah. I remember that game now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I think that
I've never heard in years.
Well, I think that game kind of fits. I think that game is kind of meant for people like you and me because it's full of pop culture references.
Uh-huh.
And stuff that I think it definitely appeals to a niche market. And oh my, like watching that game now, because I was watching a playthrough of it. Oh my gosh, Gex is funny, and Dana Gold played the American version, and then they did a different voice for the British version, and it's like this Gex. So Gex is like this old British guy in the British version, and I'm not gonna lie, I think the British version is funnier because it's like this old British guy that sounds like Sean Connery. So if you can imagine Sean Connery sit there and says, "My tile's gonna whoop your butt," it makes it funny because it's like this old British guy. So, but Gex was one of the games I actually remember getting when that came out. I remember, obviously, Mario 64, and I like Mario 64, but that game, I'm not going to say that wasn't one of my favorite games, but I did play it a lot as a kid, but it's I guess I'm going to say it's overhyped, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, I had the game on the DS. I didn't have it on the N64. But let's be honest, everybody did this when they played that game, either the DS version or the N64 version. The one thing everyone did, there was that one level where there was that big ass penguin, and then there was the baby penguins. Everybody did this. Everybody grabbed one of the penguins, and then there was that giant cliff, and then they just
yeah.
Everybody did that, including me.
Yeah. But
everyone did that.
Banjo-Kazooie, I think, was my favorite. It honestly, Banjo-Kazooie, and I know Banjo-Tooie, there's just hatred for it online right now.
Why?
I like both. I don't just nitpicking, video game reviewers now. You know what I mean? It's a game that 20. Okay, I'm rounding up. It's going to be 24 years old next year.
Wow.
But it's a game that's almost 25 years old. Of course, it's not going to be, whatever insert whatever popular game is out there right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like it, and although Nuts and Bolts the one the Banjo-Kazooie game that came out for Xbox. Man, that game sucked.
Are you talking about the original Xbox?
I'm not sure. It came out in like 06, so that could have been Xbox or Xbox 360, right?
Yeah, because I remember 2006 actually was like the launch year of the 360. So either it came out at the very end of the lifespan of the original Xbox, or it was one of the launch titles for the 360.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't know either. But
it sucks. Okay, because okay, I listen. I can respect them for doing something different,
I can too.
but what the game is you build cars. Hence nuts and bolts. Which I'm gonna say that it does. It does. It's okay, but it just I feel like it just doesn't fit Banjo-Kazooie. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah. Like basically, it's kind of like when James Rolfe reviewed the Godzilla games, and then the sequel to Godzilla on the NES, like hardly had anything to do with Godzilla.
Right. It's like, okay, Eric. Like it's like, I guess it's like I get okay. Banjo-Kazooie and Sonic are basically kind of the same style of game, collectible type games.
Yeah.
So say if they made a Sonic game where instead of collecting stuff, you build cars and you have to race them. Like it would be like that's a cool idea, but it doesn't really fit, right?
Yeah, maybe as like a spin-off on a handheld console, sure.
Yeah, but like that's and then the one game that did come out a few years ago, made by the original guys and supposed to be a spiritual sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. It's called Yooka-Laylee. I played a little bit of that, being a huge Banjo fan. I didn't like it just because, like, first of all, I think I was more to. I will admit that this is a nitpick, but like, it's more of a nitpick where, like, I guess I'm nitpicking it as a fan of this series, but I guess a nitpick with love, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Yooka-Laylee they're a chameleon and a bat, and for whatever reason, I just feel like a chameleon and a bat aren't just like chameleons are cool animals, definitely, but
Yeah.
I just feel like there's something missing between that. It's basically a lizard and a bat versus a bear and a bird. I don't know. I can't put my finger on what I'm trying to say, but do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like the mascots don't really or the game animals don't really fit the best. If that makes sense. I can't even put my finger on why a bear and a bird match so well together, but versus why a chameleon and a bat don't match well. I can't put my finger on it, but like, I don't know, like if they had like a lion and or like I even thought of something like, what about an alligator? What about those birds that are there's sometimes in the animal kingdom, there's birds that are just kind of hang out on alligators, right?
Yeah.
Why not just have one of those? Or like, I thought of something like, or like what could be interesting is like maybe a lion and a penguin or something. And who cares if it's not cold? Like, you could sit there, make up your own penguin. Like, this penguin can actually survive hot weather or something,
Right.
Because the bird in Kazooie is not a real bird, so you could make up your own penguin.
Okay. Yeah. So
something like. Yeah. So, what are some of your Christmas memories?
Oh boy. I remember when I was a sophomore in high school. I remember that I got the Nintendo Wii, and the games I remember I got Sonic. It was my dream is that Sonic, and I believe it was called Sonic and the Black Knight. I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Such
I
a
got that.
such a
And
stupid
yeah,
name for a video game console.
yeah, but hey, I can definitely give Nintendo this. Like, they're wanting it to appeal, like, to not just gamers, but they're wanting it to appeal to like even people who usually don't play video games.
Yeah, it just like the original name was so much better, the Revolution versus the Wii. I mean, but Japan has a. If you've seen a lot of Japan, you know, since it like TV shows and stuff. I mean, people think America has a strange sense of humor. Oh my gosh, Japan has a really strange sense of humor. So, like,
Yeah, and oh, sorry.
but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do remember getting the Wii for Christmas too, and setting it up, and oh my god. Okay, looking back, yes. Okay, keep in mind when I did this, I was like 14 and
Right.
stupid. So my sister had this horse game where you could take care of your horse. Okay, and we said we all said we could name the horse, and my little sister liked the idea of the name. We named the horse Poop. But it was kind of funny because it literally says in text form, brush poop, take poop outside. Um, clean
Oh my
poop.
god.
You like looking back, like looking back.
Poop.
I don't know. Well, it was the name of the horse. Was the funny thing? The horse's name was Poop. And then the really funny thing is, it literally says it.
What?
The really funny thing is the horse can actually poop. So it says clean up Poop's poop. like I'm sorry, but I mean, it was more just like, man, I can't believe I did that, but like I still appreciate good bathroom humor, but like that one was really funny because I was just being stupid with my sister, like name the horse Poop, and she did it because she thought it was funny too. But I mean, Eric, do you think that's animal cruelty if somebody actually names their animal Poop?
Well, I would think either this person has a good sense of humor, or maybe they're extremely young.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. So that one was just really, and my sister was 4 when when we were playing that game. So,
well, that explains a lot. But yeah,
and I was 14.
Wii Sports.
Yeah, well, that was the big game. I remember, Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh
Or
yeah.
no, Twilight Princess. That one was on the Wii. That was a good game. Very dark Zelda game. Oh my gosh.
I have heard of it, but I have never played it. But yeah, you definitely are more of a Zelda fan than I am. So.
Oh yeah. Well, basically, Link. He doesn't. He's not. He's not a werewolf, but he can transform into a wolf in the game, and it's very, very dark. Like, I mean, Twilight Princess. There's the Twilight Realm, and it's basically like if Link entered the Twilight Zone, basically.
Huh, that sounds interesting.
It is an interesting concept. I mean, and especially if you, I mean, Eric, you're into a lot of, I mean, you've seen a lot of Japan horror movies, so.
I have, like
they took inspiration from a lot of Japan horror movie. Like it's basically Zelda made into a horror type of game, but like a dark fantasy horror type. It is I wouldn't maybe playing it would be, I mean, take too much of your time now. Honestly, like I would say watch a few cutscenes. You know, I mean it's cheating, but whatever. You know.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, when that Jurassic Park game came out for the Xbox 360, I didn't actually play the game. I just pretty much watched like the whole cutscenes of the game on YouTube because Jurassic Park, the game for the Xbox 360, it pretty much is a movie.
Was that the Telltale game?
I believe so. Yeah.
That was a good game. That was a good game. I liked that. I did like that game. That game, and I've seen the movie because somebody edited together like a movie of the.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like, now I'm not gonna say do it live action, but like I think it would be kind of cool to do sort of like an animated movie of that game or something. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just wish that Telltale would do the Lost World.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that would definitely make like a great game, like similar in style to what they did for the first movie. But at this point, since that game came out in 2011, and that was over 10 years ago, I hate to say it, but I don't think it's going to happen at this point.
I mean, and Telltale, like they rebranded because they went bankrupt, but they have rebranded. And Telltale honestly was probably one of my favorite video game companies because I mean, Eric, I'm gonna highly suggest, like, if you, I mean, definitely with things that piss me off and your sense of humor, I think you would like these games. Just watch it as a movie. The clips of it. Watch Sam and Max.
Okay.
So if basically the Sam and Max is a spoof of detectives, and they are so Eric and Sam and Max, it's a dog and a rabbit, and they are freelance police. But the bunny is psychotic.
Interesting.
So like, it's an interesting concept. Like there's one. I think this is in the second game. There's one episode where Santa goes psychotic, and you have to literally, like, Santa starts shooting people.
Interesting.
So it definitely kind of reminds me a little bit of things that piss me off in some ways, just with a sense of humor. So I would highly suggest Sam and Max because, oh my gosh, I think you would laugh at some of the humor in it.
Okay, well, you know, a lot of these games I haven't able to get away with showing footage. It's because that there is a thing called commentary law. So yeah.
Actually, you could see if you could download it for Let's Play a Game. Sam and Max, I would love to see some of your reactions to it because, oh my gosh, I mean, just some of the stuff in there is hilarious.
Okay, well, I can start to use StreamYard again on the 16th, which is tomorrow. So yeah. So maybe tomorrow I can finally bring back Let's Play a Game.
Yeah, and I don't know. Flip a coin. See what you want to do. Banjo. See if you can play Banjo-Kazooie or Sam and Max episode 1.
I could, but what I want to do, I want to find a way so I can connect my Xbox to my computer, and just so in that way that I can live stream games like that.
Right.
I don't know how to do that, but even though I'm sure that there is a way, I just have no idea what.
Probably just call one of your tech friends, right?
Yeah, like maybe my friend Taylor, since my friend Taylor is just so damn good at computers. So.
Right.
But hey, I'll be right back. A friend of mine is trying to call me.
All right. But yeah, I just remember doing all sorts of stuff with, you know, Christmas time and, you know, just it's always a fun time of year sometimes, you know. And there is something about seeing a bunch of Christmas decorations that puts you in definitely in a very good spirit. So, so there's that, but it's definitely always fun. So, but yeah. Hey, Kenny, the link is in the chat. Why don't you join us? Come on, Kenny. Don't be a chicken. You can join us. Eric has left. And if you join, you can't leave when Eric shows up. Come on, Kenny. Okay, well, why don't you explain this to the people in the chat? Join the link. Join the chat, Kenny. Come on. Come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. You can join. Right. I don't think there's much of a difference, dude, but come on, let's join. The link is in the chat, Kenny. Here, do you want it again? Because I can post it right now. It should still be in there, but I'll post it again just for you. There you go, Kenny. It's in the chat. Come on, Kenny. You can join. Come on, Kenny. Let's talk about this. Come on. Are you going to join us? Because I want to hear. I would love to hear about all the stuff that you want to say. Kenny, come on. It's in the chat. Don't be stupid. Come on, Kenny. It's right above where you say I don't see it, and then it's right up in between where you say I am not a chicken, I'm a flat earther, which there's a sentence. I'm what? Okay, Kenny. Well then, here, Kenny. Okay, look, it's going to be right here. Okay. So look, I am posting the link right now, Kenny. There, it's posted. So you can join now, okay? Okay, Kenny. Well, I'm going to go to YouTube right now and see if it's there. Let's see. We're going to YouTube right now. Let's see. Loading, loading, loading. So, yeah. Yeah, Kenny, it's there. So come on. Here, you know what? I'll see if the link is working. I'll sit there and try to invite somebody in. Okay? Besides Eric, okay? Let's see. We're going to send it to Lexi. We will send it to other people as well. And we can even send it to Zero Cool. I just see that he joined. Or he can come in because the link is in the chat. I like Mr. Bean. I used to not like him much as a kid, but Now I really like him. So let's see. We'll have Dylan of the 406 Boys join. Um, and we'll have Zach D Productions join. So yeah, Kenny, we'll see if this link's working, okay? Yeah. Oh, that's cool, John. But just to be clear, you see the links, right? Is Kenny being stupid? The links are there, right? Because we want Kenny to join. Because I mean, remember the Earth is flat according to him, even though I think it's totally just donut shaped. Kenny is a troll, but he's a fun troll. So yeah, Kenny, the link has been sent out to people. And guess what? We'll wait and see what happens. Because I think the link is working. You're just too scared to come in. So, yeah, come on, Kenny. You can join us. I guess so. Right, Kenny. Right. Um, and did you know just now a monkey came out on my butt after I just read that sentence? I mean, what are your thoughts about this, John? That the link is CGI used from NASA to deceive people about the shape of the Earth. Do you? I mean, do you agree with Mr. Kenny here about that? Because I think that he's making up a whole bunch of bullshit. Which, Kenny, guess what? Me and Eric would love to have you on Sit Down by the Fire. Thanks for being concerned about my butt, Kenny. Let's see. Hold on. Lamont, are you, or Vandelian, are you working? Because if you're not working, here, we'll see if the link works for you. Okay. See, we'll find out right here if the link is working. Okay, come on. So, Kenny, let's join and talk about the Earth being flat. Okay, well, so we'll find out here, folks, pretty soon if the link is working. According to Kenny, the link is not in the chat and it's not working. Okay, so come on, let's prove him wrong, right? Nothing to lose. It's a very underrated movie. I do remember watching that, and it's just interesting that Martin Lawrence never really, you know, I think he definitely deserved to be a bigger star than he really became. You know, he never really got to superstardom that I feel like he kind of deserved, if you know what I mean. Oh, hold on. The link is here. Okay, so are you really here?
Yeah.
Okay, so the link is totally working, right, Kenny? Do you see this? So can you wait? Can you wait? Can you wave to Kenny without dying on us?
No promises.
So look, Kenny, the link is working. I mean, Vandalion is right there. And you saw it in the chat, right? You all right?
I worked in the back drive-through last night. It was 20 degrees.
So look, I'm pretty sure Vandalion here saw the link. I just sent it to him, right? According to Kenny, you're not real. You're made out of CGI.
Oh. Wow. Very bad CGI.
Yeah, hey, you know what? If you're made out of CGI, then that's pretty cool, because wouldn't that mean that you live in Tron?
Ugh, that sucks.
Yeah. So remember, so Kenny, I have a question now. So is this live stream real? Or is this a fake simulated live stream in the deceitful Hebrew of NASA?
Wow. If I was CGI from NASA, I would hope I'd have more subscribers than I do, and more viewers on my channel.
Right. No, I think, and I love this. Kenny would not know how to toast bread, let alone join the chat. So Kenny, how do you make toast? Let's ask him that question. How do you make toast, Kenny? And also, Kenny, can you wipe your own ass? Right. See, I mean, yes, I don't know. I've seen some pretty bad CGI in movies now, especially nowadays, and I don't even know what's real anymore nowadays. Well, yes, you could argue that in some ways, but I think that we are talking about reality stuff here. Well, John, then maybe Kenny could actually tell us, how do you use the 3 seashells? Oh my gosh. Man, Eric leaves and then Kenny shows up immediately. Interesting, because it really seems like he's scared of Eric, I've noticed.
I
Hey,
think he's scared of me too. Hasn't appeared on my channel in a while.
hey,
His bullshit.
hey, Kenny, maybe you should be on Talking with Caffeine. I mean, because even though you don't agree with the flat Earth, you would love to. I think you would love to hear his opinion about stuff, right? You know, with the flat Earth. I mean, you could and let him talk, right?
Sure, I'd love to hear him talk.
I wouldn't be surprised, John, if it is actually Kenny Tarr, Barbecue Network, honestly. Yeah, well, let's just. Why don't we have him on Talking with Caffeine, you know, and just hear him talk about the flat Earth, you know? It could definitely be your April Fool's Day episode, right?
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Actually, that's good. April Fool's episode.
Yeah. So Kenny, hold on, somebody else is joining. Kenny, oh my gosh, look, Kenny, look, it's Eric. Eric, the link is working, right? Eric, you're making us look bad, dude.
Hello?
Okay, Eric, the link is working, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because I joined. What's up?
Oh, Kenny says that Kenny is in the chat, and he says that the link is not in the.
Oh, and I'm CGI.
Yeah, and we're all CGI.
Dude,
Yeah, and
come on, really?
yeah, well,
Okay.
according to Kenny.
Why
Yeah, according to Kenny.
he showed up as soon as I left. I swear, like, it's like that Kenny is horrified of me.
Eric, are you? Can you be honest with us?
Sure.
Are you Freddy Krueger?
Am I Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
What kind of question is that?
Well, Kenny's scared of you. So, like, what's one of the scariest things ever? Freddy Krueger or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you
maybe it's because I made a video on my second channel when I was still doing videos on that. Maybe it's because I refuted him a few times, so maybe that's why Kenny is scared of me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have no idea. Like,
Wait, hold on. Sorry about that. Adam Sandler and George Clooney are doing a movie together?
wow, I've never heard of that.
Well, apparently it's in the talk.
I guess I'm not surprised.
It's in talks right now. I think that could be funny. Like, I feel like they would have good chemistry.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that could actually be really funny. Eric, are you? I mean, are you? So, what are you? What are you? Are you?
So, speaking of that, so when are we meeting? When are we meeting for our church, our global church, since it's religion? Like Kenny says, when's the big next church meeting?
Well, that's up to Kenny when he wants to talk. discuss that the globe Earth religion stuff, and when the meeting is. I mean, I'm assuming it's in some sort of shitter, but I don't know.
Would the landing of Apollo be like a holiday?
I don't know. Can you guys just read what Kenny wrote about Adam Sandler? Just read it.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll read it. Adam Sandler is a priest of the globe Earth religion? What?
Oh.
Okay. Kenny, guess what? You know what? Hold on. Eric, if Adam Sandler is the priest of the globe Earth religion, then yeah, call me a globe Earther. Even if Adam Sandler was a priest for the flat Earth, I'm joining the religion then because it's Adam Sandler preaching. That's awesome.
Oh, on the positive, not positive. Nothing about Kenny is positive, but his flat Earth craziness is the least of his stupidity.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
His other.
Oh my God, Kenny, really?
His anti-vaxxer stuff is much more dangerous.
Yeah, like especially once that Kenny said that NASA uses vaccines to brainwash people into believing in the globe Earth delusion or whatever. Like, Kenny, where do you even get this thing about NASA brainwashing people with vaccines?
Sorry, I had to get a package. Did I miss anything? Did Kenny say anything stupid?
He probably wasn't something stupid yet again. Yeah, Kenny is such a pro.
I wonder if he actually believes this stuff, or is he just doing it to get attention?
I mean, it's possible. Maybe he actually believes it, but I mean, there are people who genuinely are anti-vaxxers that genuinely are flat earthers. So.
Yeah. And then John, Zero Cool here. And Shooter McGavin is Satan, and he eats pieces of shit for breakfast like Kenny. Wait, Kenny, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast? I mean, hey, Kenny, I bet that tastes very shitty. So, you know what, Kenny? Even my cat is telling you to shut up with your flat Earth stuff right now.
Kenny's been going on about this for nearly 4 years now. It's like, Kenny, is anything ever going to change your mind?
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's more just, it's actually kind of just hilarious at this point. So, but hilarious just in a very dumb way. But yeah, I don't know. So,
oh yeah. So, Vandalia, Alice Junebug, Kenny did a debate with a guy named Fight the Flat Earth. Did you two ever watch that?
No.
You showed it to me. Yeah.
Yeah, like there was that one part where Kenny. There was that one part in the debate when Kenny said that the Big Dipper is 1 star.
I didn't even know
that people.
I didn't even know that Kenny made appearances.
Yeah, like Kenny made an appearance on your channel once, right, Junebug? Or was it Tyrannotherium's?
It was Tyranno's, but
that was cringe. I saw that. Oh my god! Like there was that part where Kenny said, "If we evolved from fish, then why don't we have gills?"
Yeah. So John. So yeah, John Zero Cool. Basically, Kenny thinks that we're the Mariner from Waterworld. So does that? So that wait. You know what though? If that's the case, then yeah, that's pretty cool because I would love to be Kevin Costner. Wouldn't? I'm sure all of us would love to be Kevin Costner as well, right?
Uh-huh.
So, but hey, we're talking about getting Kenny on talking with caffeine for
talking time with caffeine.
Yeah, talking time with caffeine
as a April Fool special.
That would be funny. But
yeah. So Kenny, what do you think? What do you think about that? Come on, how would you like to be on? As a matter of fact, Eric, you could always send Vandelian, the link to his Facebook or whatever else he has, and message him and see if he wants to be in.
Yeah, since I know Kenny does have Facebook, since he will post some really absurd stuff on there.
Let me guess, he has 3 friends, right?
I don't know how many friends he has.
And they're all him. So, oh my gosh! I mean,
oh yeah. So.
Oh! Hi, hold on. Kenny says that he's coming in. All right, Kenny. Eric, why don't you kindly send Kenny the link to your on Facebook, since he can't see the chat, since he can't see the link in the comment section.
Okay, I can do that.
No, Kenny, you're going to join here too, because we could set up a time with talking time with caffeine. We'll set up a time, but you can join here too, because Eric, you're a nice guy.
Yeah, but like, look, Kenny, I get it that I debunked some of your stuff, but come on.
Eric, hold on. You know what I think? I think it needs to come down to. Eric, are you sorry?
Sorry for what?
Debunking Kenny's absurdity.
If that's the only way Kenny will come on, like, even though I shouldn't be sorry for it, but whatever, I'll say I'm sorry.
Okay, Kenny. See, he said he's sorry. Okay. Do we just need to,
Come on, please.
No. Oh, I know what we need to do, Eric. Kenny, I love you. You love me. We're all lucky family.
You can always, in the your fourth movie, make Kenny the hero.
Yeah, like, look, Kenny, if you come on, I can make you like Superman or something. I don't know.
Well, hold on, Kenny. If you come on this right now, Eric can talk to Lauren, and we can do what pisses Kenny off.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, so Kenny, if you come on right now, we will do what pisses Kenny off.
You want to know what pisses me off? Yeah, it's because Kenny's voice in the movies is very different from Kenny's real voice. But to be fair, when I made the movies, well, especially the first movie, at that time, I had no idea what Kenny sounded like. So at that point, I just had to guess.
Right, and then it actually made Kenny look good when you added Amber Turd in the movie. So.
Yeah, and especially knowing that Amber Turd was the one thing like that made Kenny look like a normal person.
I just got an idea now. A Kenny and Amber Turd shipping page. Shipping. Let's ship them together, like anime.
So hold on, Eric. Did you send Kenny the link?
I haven't yet because I'm just putting some things away in my apartment. But yeah, a matter of fact, I'll send it to him now. So Kenny, at this point, you have no excuse.
Yeah, and if you join, like I said, we'll make a spin-off series next year. You know what pisses Kenny off?
I'm almost tempted to see that, if I leave the stream and then Kenny might join, because I truly do think that Kenny is scared of me.
Well, I mean, send it to him and
Yeah, I'm scared of you too. Well, I'm scared of you too. You that this is attack dog at your side.
Yeah, because I'm just such a scary person, Kenny.
Yeah, you're Eric Voorhees Kruger Myers.
Yeah, and you have Simba Kojo as a pet.
Yeah, Simba is such a vicious dog.
Well, unless you're a rabbit. No, I mean, Eric, I have nightmares about you all the time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so scary that I even give Freddy Krueger nightmares. No,
Eric, you're so scary that Chuck Norris has to check for you under his closet along with the boogeyman.
I gotta get going, but before I do, I want to plug some stuff.
All right, cool.
On my channel, Day98, every day this month up to Christmas, I'll be uploading a video at noon Eastern, and then also on the first Saturday of January, Eric will be returning to my channel to continue our review of his What Pisses Me Off series. So check that out.
All right.
Yeah. Look forward to that.
Yeah, I gotta down some Dayquil before work.
All right, see ya.
Okay.
Later.
So, see ya. So, Kenny, you have the link now.
Come on, Kenny, join.
I mean, no. Earlier, he said, "I'm not a chicken. I'm a flat earther."
Oh yeah, Kenny, you want to show us all how much of a flat earther you really are? Then join.
You know what, Kenny? Show us what. I mean, maybe flat earthers have the biggest balls of them all. So show us that you got big balls, Kenny. Come on.
Come on, Kenny, join.
Hold on, Eric. Let's do an experiment. Eric, can you go? Eric, can you just go take Simba for a walk and leave?
Yeah, so that way, Kenny, because, yeah, I think it's pretty clear that Kenny's scared of me, and that's the only way how he will come on.
Eric, you're going to take Simba for a walk, right?
Yeah, walk.
Okay. So, Kenny, you have the link now, so why don't you join us? And Eric, but if Eric comes back, you have to stay on, okay?
Yeah, Kenny.
So,
oh my God, Kenny, when you said that the Big Dipper is 1 star, I really, really hope that you were just joking.
Well, remember, Flat Earth proves it proves that the Flat Earth, with the whole stuff with the Flat Earth, because of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, when he said Dragon Ball Z disproves gravity, because how can the characters be floating in the show if gravity is real?
Well, what, Kenny? Because we're pressuring you, are you not even going to comment anymore? Hold on, Eric. Can you join me?
Come on, Kenny. You were talking so much shit before, so.
Oh my gosh! I mean, yeah, no, he was Eric. Just go up on the chat. Can you seriously? The link is in there, right? That's what he was saying. That's what he's saying, that the link was not in the chat. John Zero Cool saw it. I sent it to Vandelian, obviously. Oh, we have a new comment.
What did he say this time? Probably something stupid.
The flat Earth is the what? The flat Earth is deal with the flat Earth. Okay, I'm putting in words. The Earth is flat. Deal with it. Ooh, Eric, I'm scared. He's threatening. He's threatening us. Are you scared, Eric?
Wow, I'm so convinced.
Yeah, like Eric, I just peed my pants.
Yeah, oh my God. He said deal with it. So I'm convinced. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, here I thought it was donut shaped, not round or flat, but man, I'm convinced it's flat now. Thank you, Kenny, for this enlightenment.
Yeah, thank you for such a big revelation.
Now watch. He's going to sit there and say, I'm glad you guys joined or something because Kenny doesn't understand sarcasm.
I don't think he does understand sarcasm because you one time said something about your ass being or his ass being flat or
No. I said, so is your anus flat, as in the planet? And he sit there and said, well, my anus has been pretty flat lately and pretty bony. Like, thank you for that image, Kenny.
Yeah, thank you, Kenny. Oh my God. Yeah, and then during his debate with FTFE, there was at one point like where Kenny was talking about his Facebook page, and then FTFE said, "I'm surprised you even can use Facebook." I'm like, ouch, but I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty funny.
Hey, Kenny, you probably make a killing on MySpace, don't you? You probably have the most MySpace subscribers in the world, don't you? Right, Eric?
Right. Oh, definitely.
All
right, Kenny, I'm taking Simba out to go potty, so join. Come on.
Okay, Eric, you can leave for a little bit.
All right, I'll leave. But yeah, Kenny, now you have no excuse. Join.
All right, so Eric is gone. You can join now, Kenny. Are you going to join us, Kenny? Oh, I see I have one more person watching. Are you going to join us, Kenny? And hold on, I'm going to send the link to one more person here who he would love to have this conversation with us. Okay. Let's see. Kenny, come on, you can join us. That's okay. Don't you want to be on a special edition of Sit Down by the Fire, the Christmas episode? I mean, what type of Christmas stuff do they do on the flat Earth religion? You know, because like I said, I'm convinced now because you said deal with it. I mean, I'm totally convinced now. Come on, Kenny. I mean, our viewers are waiting for you. So come on. Join us. Join us. Join us. Are you going to come along, Kenny? Oh, hi. Hello. What was that? You can join again. Come on. Come on, Kenny. You can join. I mean, we must be having technical difficulties. Just try again.
Hello?
Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah, I should be. Yeah, sorry, I was having some technical difficulties.
Okay. Now, when Eric comes back, you're going to stay here, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. But anyways, I don't like what you're saying about me saying I'm a chicken. I said no, I am not a chicken. I'm a flat earther.
Okay.
Isn't it really obvious because humans do not have feathers? So yeah.
I mean,
So anyways, I guess we can do round 2 of our debate. All right, give me evidence of the global earth religion. 1, 2, 3, go.
I mean,
Come on, evidence, kid. Come on,
dude. I mean,
you have faith. You don't have
dude.
evidence. You have faith. There, I won. You don't have evidence.
No. I mean, dude, we've already proven the fact about NASA.
No,
not
you
meaning
didn't.
to. It does not mean to deceive in Hebrew.
Yes, it does. I even posted a video about it on my YouTube channel. Look it up right here, right now. Look it up.
I mean, if I posted a video saying that, I mean, you could post a video about anything on YouTube channel and claim it to be evidence. That doesn't mean it's real.
Actually, yes, it does.
Like, so if
I even use the dictionary in my video. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. See.
Was it Webster Dictionary too?
I guess. But anyways, yes, it does mean to deceive in Hebrew. I made a video. I use a dictionary. So yeah. So okay, I proved you wrong. Okay.
So if
any more evidence?
So if I claimed on YouTube that I found a rainbow monkey, does that mean it's real?
Yeah.
So without any evidence, I just have a obviously photoshopped picture of a rainbow monkey. Does that mean it's real?
Okay, well, the only thing that is Photoshop is all the pictures of the Earth, supposedly from space, supposedly being around, and yeah. So I do not know what your point is.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. My point. Okay, so here we'll get Eric on, and you have to.
It's not obvious. What actually is obvious is the truth.
Yeah, so we will get Eric on, and now when Eric comes here, you have to stay here because otherwise, people won't get to hear the spinoff series. What pisses Kenny off, right? So you have.
Wait, you guys gonna do a spinoff?
Yeah, if you stick with this live stream, and join us, we will do a spinoff series called "What Pisses Kenny Off." Okay.
Okay, well that sounds cool, but it's just I guess Eric's is just kind of an intimidating person,
Did your phone go off?
Huh?
You got a sound like you had a text message.
Yeah, that actually was my mom who texted me, and she just asked me like if I'm gonna go get groceries. So
why would you're 60 some years old? Why would your mom ask if you get groceries?
you know, kid, it is because my mom's really old and she wants me to take care of her.
Oh, so you're getting groceries for your mom? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
My mom's old. My mom's like 85. And your point?
Okay, so
you know what? Actually, I'm getting a call from her, so I'll be back. Okay.
Okay. Love how the hmm. Sorry for the awkward silence here.
Hey, so Kenny's here?
No, he just left, but it was really I'm not saying anything, but it's just interesting. As soon as I sent you the text to join now, I could hear that he got a text message. I'm not saying it.
Well, that's a crazy coincidence, just like that he got a text at the same time and I did too. Wow, that's a coincidence.
And then he said he gave the excuse that he's leaving because he has to buy groceries for his 85-year-old mother.
Well, let's say that truly is the excuse. Fine. But
Yeah. Now,
at this point, it's like Kenny's obviously such a fucking po.
yeah. Oh, by the way, now just to be clear, it was just a coincidence, right? Be honest.
Yes, it was.
I sent a text message and then Kenny got a text message, right? You're totally not Kenny because I don't believe you, but some people think you are still Kenny.
Okay, I can get it why some people think that I am Kenny, but hey, I'm being brutally honest. I'm not.
Okay. See, folks, he's not Kenny. I mean, maybe there are some. But Kenny's not helping his case much either, right?
No, he's not.
So, not even with the flat Earth stuff. It's more if you want to prove your identity, come on with Eric because that will definitely prove it, right?
Yep. At this point, but yeah, I think that Kenny is scared of me. But hey, if he wants to be scared of me, then that's on him.
Yeah, you're scary.
Oh yeah, so scary.
I mean, you're definitely, Eric Orlock,
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if Kenny wants to be a Poe, then that's on
Yeah.
him, I guess.
I still think it has to be it has to be somebody though that you know.
I think so.
Do you have any suspicions on who it could be?
Maybe Sebastian, because Sebastian has pranked me a few times back when him and I were still friends. So I think it's him.
So you think that he would keep it up though for 4 years though?
Yep.
I mean, you know what? I think you got to hand it to him too. If it is Sebastian, then I mean, at that rate, you got to congratulate him, right?
Yeah, and I would say you don't have a life if you're doing it for that long. I mean, Sebastian would harass me with all these spoof numbers from 2014, even until 2021. So
okay,
so that's why that I'm starting to think it's him.
Like, what percentage are you?
Percentage of how sure that I am?
Yeah.
90% sure.
Okay. I think you should make a video of that.
Yeah, because Sebastian would harass me like with spoof numbers. So
I think you should make a video.
He was doing that from 2015 all the way until 2021. So yeah.
I think you should make a video about it then, saying, I think I figured out who the real Kenny is.
Yep.
Now, and didn't say, I'm not quite sure, but I'm about, 90% sure that it is Sebastian. And if he's going to sit there and do this, I mean, at that rate, you still have permission to give, you still have his permission to give him a shout out, on his old YouTube channel. His old YouTube channel is still up there.
It is, yeah, and
Sebastian is cool, and he only has like 3 subscribers. So then you could sit there and say, "I know who the real Kenny is. It is Sebastian is cool," and then say link down below, right? So you're giving him a shout out.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a shout out that's 15 years late, but what's the old saying?
Better late than never.
Yeah, because even though he was your friend, I don't think you ever gave him a shout out on your channel. He gave himself a shout out.
Yeah, the more and more I think about it, the more and more convinced that I'm getting that it is him.
Okay, well, hey.
Because it makes sense. Like, him and I stopped being friends like 10 years ago. Like, and knowing that he would harass me with all these spoof numbers for nearly 10 years. So Sebastian clearly doesn't have a life. And since he doesn't have a life.
Well, that voice is obviously fake. And like, I'm going to have to, like.
So yeah, so either he is enhancing his voice on a digital level or he's doing it biologically.
He's doing it biologically, I can tell, because he's actually coughing when he does it too.
Okay, so I'm
gonna have to like. Now, granted, that was 10 years ago, and assuming if Sebastian is a smoker now and a drinker, his voice would be changed since then. But like, I would have to hear an example of his voice and sit there and see if, like, yeah, that's him. I mean, I don't know if you would even know the answer.
Okay, well, Sebastian did appear in some of my really old videos, so you have that as a comparison.
Right. I know he's appeared in some of the really old videos. Now, assuming, like I said, he's, but that's when you guys were still in high school, and assuming he's not like a smoker now or something like that, his voice could change. But,
I have no idea what I mean, granted, you have to remember, the last time that I actually spoke to him was in 2013.
Okay, so you guys were 21 over 18 then, because at that time it was 18. At that time, did Sebastian smoke cigarettes because he was over 18?
He mentioned to me that he smoked weed every now and then, but cigarettes, I know that his parents definitely did smoke cigarettes, but Sebastian himself, I have no idea.
I mean, okay. I mean, because that is a fake voice, but like, okay, so if you, I'm almost, okay, yeah, he's, okay, I'm just gonna leave you something in the private chat real quick.
Okay.
It's just, it's something for maybe a future episode of Sit Down by the Fire.
If not Sebastian, Sebastian's the only one who I could think of like who would do it for that long, since that he harassed me with spoof numbers for that long.
Right.
Did you leave it in the private chat yet?
No, not yet. I'm working on it.
Okay. Yeah, and it's telling how Kenny will never reveal his face.
Mm-hmm. All right, I left it in the private chat. Just respond in the private chat, okay? Sorry about this, folks. All I'll say is a little, just maybe totally future episode stuff for Sit Down by the Fire. So yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if it is Sebastian too, just because
Everything that I told you about him.
Well, it's not even that. It's more just like that seems like something he would do.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It is something that he would do because you have to keep in mind, I used to hang out with him all the time, so I know how he's like. And to all the people who think that I am Kenny, look, if that's the way you want to think, fine, I can't stop you, but I have way better things to do with.
You work,
Yeah,
I've seen
I work and
you work. You work
at a take care of an apartment. I am making movies. I don't have time for that shit.
Well, here's the other thing. You work at a hospital 12 hours a day, except for I mean, I can reveal it, right? When you're off, right? Sure. I mean, you're off Monday, and Fridays, and then Tuesdays you get, work around. Go to work around noon, right? Something like that.
Yeah, and I'm also in college, so I don't have time for that crap.
Exactly. I've seen Kenny on streams where you would be working, and you know what? For those who think that Kenny, you're more than welcome to do that and go live with, I'll go on other people's streams and everything, and if people think that, people can ask me, hey, is Eric working, or what's Eric doing? And usually if Eric doesn't respond within the first, if you're not busy, you respond right away to text messages.
Right, but if I'm busy, then I'm not going to respond. It's not because I'm ignoring you, but it's because I just don't have time.
Exactly. So if Kenny, I think 5 minutes, if you don't respond within 5 minutes, I think it's safe to say, okay, you're not Kenny then. So I think I have a feeling that it's Sebastian. Here, actually,
I do too. Funny how after I come in, Kenny leaves. And wait a minute. That could explain why Kenny is so intimidated of me.
Yeah, because he.
Does that make sense? Why that Kenny would keep avoiding me? It's
Yeah.
because.
Hey, you know what you could do?
What?
Ask. Oh, hey, Rich. We're gonna. This is the screenwriter guy who we're gonna have on sit down by the fire in sometime in January.
Yeah. So we're talking. So there's this obvious troll who just came in, and there are people who think it's me, but I promise it's not me because I don't have time for that shit. But yeah, I think we got it figured out who it is. I'm 99.9% now sure it's him.
Okay, here's my question.
For me or Kenny?
Yeah, no, for you. And I'm kind of going to be vague about it. We'll talk more about it in the back. But do you think if you asked your father to maybe spy on Sebastian and see if he is Kenny, do you think your dad could do that?
He is retired, but my dad himself, no, but maybe some of his friends can.
Okay, so maybe, your dad could do you a favor, right?
Yeah.
And just say that, honest, and be honest. Like, it's not like you're not gonna press charges on Sebastian. You're just gonna be like,
because it's not really illegal per se, but you could argue that it is harassment.
Well, it would be more just like, dude, if you want to apologize and hang out, I think here's my thing. If Sebastian came to you, messaged you on Facebook, hey Eric, I'm sorry, I was Kenny, and I'm sorry for all the stuff I did. Can we go grab a bite to eat? Would you actually go grab a bite to eat with Sebastian? Be honest.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really hard for me to trust him because, Sebastian already burnt that bridge with me, but with all the harassing he did, he made it even worse.
So it would be hard to trust him with that. But
it'd be hard to trust him if he's actually serious, because you have to keep in mind, when I was friends with him, he said over and over again, I've changed, or he said, I am over Emily now. But his actions would speak otherwise.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you just need to. It almost just sounds like I would just do that, where he's just, oh, well, if he actually does just want to hang out, it's like, okay, but maybe just say something like, because I get the feeling Sebastian would be like, hey, you're gonna have to pay for the meal. It's like, no, dude, because I don't trust you and everything, we're paying separately.
You're paying for it. Yeah, paying separately. And I get the feeling that Sebastian's obsessed with me.
Eric.
What?
Maybe Sebastian loves you.
I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah.
That would be really interesting if Sebastian is
actually
gay.
Is
gay for you.
Or maybe he's bisexual.
Well, maybe he's gay, but because there are actually closeted gay people that do not like the fact that they're gay, and what I'm saying?
Or they're scared to come out because they're scared of what people will say about it. Yeah,
well, so okay, listen, this is my channel. You have it, I can, it's on Sit Them Out of Fire. These are just opinions. if people want to cancel us over it, fine. They can come to me, not you. But how was Sebastian around gay people? Did he like call them offensive words or what
No,
like?
Sebastian seemed to be very pro LGTB as far as gay people go, but trans, he never said anything about it. But he seemed to be pro gay people. But that's as far as what I remember. I mean, granted, you have to keep in mind, I used to hang out with Sebastian from 2010 till 2012.
Yeah, well, gosh, I mean, and you said he has a kid now, right? Sebastian?
I don't remember saying that.
Well, maybe that was one of your other toxic friends.
Yeah, Sebastian definitely was one of the toxic friends, but I don't ever remember saying that about Sebastian himself.
Maybe I'm actually confusing with John Ferreira, actually.
Yeah, John, yeah. Now John Ferreira, yes, he is the one who has a kid now. And now look, I wish John the best. I don't wish anything bad upon him. It's just, I just really didn't like his behavior.
Yeah, well, okay, so basically with Sebastian, though.
Wait, there's a possibility. If it's not Sebastian, maybe it could be John.
I have a gut feeling it's Sebastian more. Like
I do too, but I'm just saying it could be John. Sebastian more so, because it really is something what Sebastian would. It is
okay, well,
something.
I'm going to say what I said in the private chat. Is there if you have any way to contact Sebastian, I would honestly, I mean, even if he's watching,
look, dude, if you're doing this Kenny shit, it was funny at first, but really, knock it off.
I mean, yeah. I mean, either that or I would say prank him back. Like maybe like a catfish him or something. Like, yeah, that's bad, but it's like kind of fight fire with fire a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Sebastian, look, if he wants to be my friend again, then he is really ruining his chance. Like, for fuck's sakes, I haven't talked to him in nearly 11 years ago now. Like, do you not think that by now that it's time to move on with your life? Like, look, I moved on with my life.
Right.
And yeah, and I remember when I used to hang out with Sebastian. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but all of the girls we would hang out with, they always would say bad things about him. They would say how he thought he was weird, but they never said that about me.
Well, even my dad, who thought that you said you were a punk kid, but when he saw it, I remember, I think it was Sebastian because it was somebody who you're hanging out with. He sit there. All he said was about Sebastian was that he's weird.
I'm not surprised because every time me and Sebastian would go hang out with people, like girls would say that, even guys would say that. So if it was Sebastian your dad said that about, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, he said that he just kind of has this like. My dad didn't really hint at it, but he basically just said that he had this like weird feeling about Sebastian, like he's hiding something. So who knows? But yeah, no. Rich here is going to be on Sit Down by the Fire, and he's a screenwriter, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and say if worst case scenario happens and if Mecca just can't write the script for DVF, but yeah, maybe we could ask. You said Derek, right?
Rich.
Oh, Rich. Okay, I have no idea where I got Derek from.
But yeah,
Rich. If you'd be interested, say if Mecha G Zero just can't do it for whatever reason, you're more than welcome to.
and as soon as you say that, Mecha G Zero is going to come into the chat.
Funny, I thought the exact same thing. But yeah, look, I get it. He's busy. I try to reach out to him and no response. Now, granted, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He is a parent and he's a husband.
And it's Christmas time.
Yep.
I'm almost thinking you should just do that. Make a video saying I know who Kenny is, and say it. Say it's Sebastian, and then send it directly to Sebastian. Now you probably have him blocked on Facebook and whatever else is out there, but
on Facebook, yeah.
But
Sebastian has been blocked since 2013.
Okay, I mean,
can you really blame me though?
No, he sounds like a very honestly
very obsessive.
Honestly, Sebastian, I mean, seems beyond a dumbass. And I don't even know what's beyond a dumbass. You know what I mean?
Oh, get this. One time Sebastian went in someone's car, was taking stuff out of it. Then he took a whole entire bag. It was really heavy. And then he finally looked into it. And he stole bowling balls.
He stole balls?
Bowling balls.
So wait. Sebastian stole 10-pound balls?
Oh my God, Sebastian. Really?
I mean, like, listen, I don't even think. It seems like Sebastian, like, oh my gosh, Eric. In Dumb of the Dead, would you say that there's a Stewart character?
A what character?
Stewart.
What do you mean?
Do you remember? You remember Beavis and Butthead, the character Stewart, right?
Oh yeah.
Would you say that there's a Stewart character in Dumb of the Dead?
Not in Dumb of the Dead, but maybe in some of the sequels, sure.
What if we actually what if we do that? Like, make the Stewart character and name him Sebastian, because but make him just a dingus. You know what I mean? Even to make him dumber than Willie and Curtis. If that's even possible, because you actually wrote some of the dumbest characters ever.
Yeah, Willie and Curtis. You said that they were even dumber than Beavis and Butthead, and that's saying something.
Yeah, well, I don't want to spoil anything for the script, but there's a scene in the script at the very beginning at the movie where it was just like, wow, are these people dumb?
Wow, are they really truly that fucking stupid?
So if you could write the Sebastian character dumber than Willie and Curtis, then people would be like, wow, the only way I could think to do that is Sebastian, he calls Willie and Curtis in a scene, help, I can't get up, I can't figure out how to walk.
Yeah.
And then they go help him and they're like, stand up. It's a miracle I can walk again. Something like that. That's how dumb you would have to make the Sebastian character. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Because make it where they have to go rescue Sebastian because he forgot to put the toilet seat down and he fell in the toilet.
Yeah, oh my God.
If you can come up with the concept of making the Sebastian character stupider than Beavis and Butthead and Willie and Curtis. Then,
Yeah, to
like,
be honest, Sebastian would complain about how no girl ever would want to date him. I'm like, well, you wonder why.
well, because like, yes, girls do, in high school, girls do like the bad boy, but they don't like a dumbass.
Yeah, and Sebastian, I'm sorry this sounds mean, but he's not the sharpest tool in this shed.
Is it safe to say?
Yeah, and Sebastian may try to he likes to make himself look smarter. He likes to make himself look smarter than he actually is.
So would he be the so he would be the type that would like act like he's a genius, but in reality it's like, dude, people can kind of tell that he's
pretty fucking stupid.
Like,
or maybe it's because he's somehow figured out that I'm having all this success with my life, and maybe he's jealous, like that I'm living a better life than he is.
I mean, have you even heard any updates on him? What's going on with him?
Well, from what I heard, Sebastian's mom died. It's like, look, I get it. That sucks. Your mom died, but say if it is him and if he wants to use that as an excuse, it's like, no, that's not an excuse.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry your mom died. That's really sad because nobody should deal with that. We shouldn't deal with that until we're like in our at least 40s or 50s, right?
Yeah.
But, we're young and we're still trying to figure stuff out, so nobody should deal with that. But,
it's still not an excuse.
Wouldn't your mom rather see you do something? What would your mom... Now, you knew Sebastian's mom, obviously.
Yeah.
Wouldn't she rather have Sebastian do something positive rather than just being a dumbass?
Yeah, like harassing people, especially being a Poe, pretending to be a flat earther, using that fake-ass, raspy Batman voice or whatever. Like, come on. No one is going to believe that voice is real.
Yeah. Like, I think you should, if you're 90% sure that you think it is, and you said now you're 99.99% sure. Okay, here, you know what? We can try this. I'll look your channel up. I can't share it, but what videos was Sebastian in?
Horror Movie Marathon, when I reviewed Prom Night and My Soul to Take, way back in October 2010. So like 13 years ago now.
We're still at air.
I'm just getting more and more convinced.
Was it season 1 or 2?
Season 1.
You said Prom Night.
And My Soul to Take.
Okay. We're watching it.
Guys, it's Eric. Welcome back to my Horror Movie Marathon. And I have a guest. Me, Sebastian.
Yeah.
And we're here to review a new horror movie, My Soul to Take. And Sebastian, let's hear your thoughts first.
Yeah, that's him.
Yep, that's him. I'm so convinced.
I can tell by the voice. That his voice has the same pitch. It's just like if I did a voice like this, you could tell that this is my voice. It's just raspier, and you could tell I'm putting this on. You know what I mean? That is his voice. Okay, well, Eric. Now that I guess tomorrow, before you go live, since you can do that, I guess you know what video to make, right? You figured out the identity of Kenny.
Yep.
Right? And honestly, I would make a video saying, I know who it is. Listen, say you can continue to be Kenny Hornickson, that's fine, and be a dumbass. But just admit that you're Sebastian. That's it. That's all I ask.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, at this point, he's been doing this for like 4 years now. It's like, come on, dude. Really?
Yeah, like if that's it. Listen, I mean, I could. The fact that okay, look, the video, like, so if he's even still watching this and stalk friendly stalking, we'll call right, Eric. We'll call it friendly stalking at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not concerned that Sebastian's gonna come and like murder us or something like that. So I don't think he's
Sebastian
capable.
did say some pretty creepy things. Like there was one time in 2011 that him and I went to the fair. Then afterwards, he stayed the night at my house. He had a picture of Emily on his PSP, which was creepy because those two weren't even dating. He was talking about her and only her, about her throughout the whole entire day. Then as soon as he was about to go to bed, he kissed that picture of her on his PSP, and then he said, "Good night, my sweet little Emily."
Interesting.
Like, if that's not creepy, then I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, well, that is pretty creepy. Now, here's my thing too with this one. Okay, all I'm going to say is with this. Okay, Sebastian, we figured this out, and we are at 17 seconds, and we figured out that it's you just based on your voice when you were how old?
I was 17, and he graduated 2011. So I guess he would have been 17 or 18, I guess.
Were you guys not in the same class?
No. He graduated in 2011. I graduated in 2012.
Okay, so because you were born in December, and even though we graduated the same year, I graduated in May 2011. I mean, so yeah. Anyway,
Just hearing Sebastian's voice in that. Wait, Sebastian does even have a more. He still does have a YouTube channel.
Sebastian is cool. Was that it? Which one does he?
I forget what it is, but
well, hold on. Which one does There's one of them where he says to.
Okay, so his more recent channel is called Azure Eyes, and the profile pic is just a random pic of a rabbit. So, okay,
what is it?
That's where we can hear his more modern voice.
Okay, so what is it?
Here, I will send you the link to it. It'll be a lot easier.
Well, just tell me the name because I'm typing it on the TV, and just spell it.
Okay, it's Azure, Azure, and
okay, hold on.
You obviously know how to spell eyes.
Hold on. A
Z.
Okay.
URE. I'm so certain it's Sebastian now.
And then eyes.
Yep, eyes.
Is there a space
between Azure and eyes?
Yeah.
No, there's no space. And the profile pic is a picture of a rabbit. Why a rabbit? Maybe it was his pet rabbit. Other than that, I have no idea. Or Sebastian is just that weird.
Maybe he wants to be Playboy.
I guess. Or he fantasizes about rabbits. I don't fucking know. Sebastian is weird enough where he would do something like that.
He must only have like three subscribers.
You know, how many subs does he have? 869, but he hasn't posted anything in over a year, so.
What?
Did you find it?
No.
Okay, well, I sent the link to his channel both in the private chat and through text.
Okay, so well, obviously
What's
that's not
that?
it.
Huh?
All the TV picked up a video. Okay, so I'm gonna see if you might have spelled it for me, but maybe it's just being weird with. Okay, am I still coming in, folks?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, let's try. I'm just gonna clear this out, and maybe let's see. Like we could tell immediately that was.
That was
I
Kenny, even like from over 10 years ago. But what if we compared it to his more modern voice? Yeah, because I can tell that my voice definitely has changed since 2010. Even though you can still tell it's my voice.
Well, it sounds honestly like were you trying to put on your YouTube voice? Because it kind of does sound like you're putting on a YouTube voice, if that makes sense.
You mean in that video with Sebastian?
Well,
if that's what you mean, then yeah, I was trying to put on a YouTube voice. Yeah, and then I remember after the prom night review, I was trying to get Sebastian on for more videos, but he just didn't want to do it. So that's why he's only appeared in 2 of my videos, and it's probably going to remain that way for the rest of our lives. Because, I made it clear that I don't want to have anything to do with Sebastian. And Sebastian just hasn't got that, but that's not my problem. You there? Wait, he left. Okay, so I guess it's just me. But yeah, so people in the chat, what do you all think? Do you think Sebastian is Kenny? I truly am convinced that it's him. Oh, hey, you're back. Hello? Hello?
sorry, I think I got kicked out of my own stream. So Sebastian, he does songs.
Yeah, so Sebastian also is a hacker. Like, when I used to be friends with Sebastian, like, Sebastian hacked, like, this Reason music software or whatever. Usually you would have to pay, like, hundreds and hundreds of dollars for it, but Sebastian hacked it, so because of that, he got it for zero charge.
All right. Well, I'm not.
So, yeah, I mean...
as much as we think it is him, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say his last name, but I could. I just see that. Oh my gosh! Wow.
What?
As soon as you type in his last name, there's one video that says Sebastian Blank is a creep.
Wait, someone posted that on YouTube?
Uh-huh.
Wow, I want to see this. So if I type in Sebastian Blank last name, that will pop up?
Uh-huh. That's
Oh
what
my God. That's bad on his hand, but knowing him, I'm not surprised. I'm not seeing the video.
It could just be this TV. I'm doing it through a TV. So maybe it's not popping up immediately, It didn't look like it got that many views, but yeah, it just like I'm just saying, dude, if you become famous, I mean, hypothetically, if Sebastian even becomes famous, which I highly doubt it.
highly doubt it.
Okay. I don't want to get kicked on my own stream again, so.
But yeah,
Here.
I do know that Sebastian has actually talked in some of his more recent videos on his channel. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try not to get kicked out of my own stream again, but so. I'm just looking up his. Okay. Am I still good?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just like I see that there's songs and stuff, so I'm just trying to. What I'm trying to do is just look up one of the videos because it's not showing up. Okay. Well, Sebastian looks like he's doing something right. He's getting monetized. This is an ad.
I'll give him that at least.
Qualified trade-in.
So obviously he does not have this musical talent, right?
Well, knowing how, so when I was friends with Sebastian, he definitely would talk about making music a lot, and Sebastian always would be using Reason. So,
I mean, if this is him, I'll give him. If this is him, I'll give him this. It kind of has a very Pink Floyd sound.
yeah.
And Pink Floyd's my favorite band of all time. So, really,
What?
I have to. No, I have to sign in to go to his account.
It's JCPenney's Super Saturday coupon giveaway.
And he.
Store only. You can get 10.
So no, he. I don't know. He's so. What video do you know he talked in at least that he did?
Man, la 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 la. It might be a few years old, but it'll be as close as we can get to what he sounds like nowadays. Maybe in some of his tutorial videos. So I would scroll down to his tutorial videos. Because in his tutorial videos, it would make sense that he would talk in that.
Okay.
So yeah, I would do that.
Well, he also has there was also another channel.
Yeah, you could try that one too if you wanted.
Sebastian, you should out. If you are Kenny, we should be thankful. We're actually giving you a shout out. So, hey everyone, I mean, subscribe to Eric's former friend. I mean, I'll say this: he actually puts out very good music, from what I've heard.
I'll give him that, but I don't want to work with him still.
Azor Eyes, and then Sebastian Tank 22 Shorts. So no, I mean, Eric, you might not want to work with him, but hey, maybe somebody else will. Who knows?
Well, have fun dealing with Sebastian. Because he's a really difficult person to deal with.
I mean, see, I'm seeing the tutorial videos.
What's up, YouTube? Sebastian here, and
There we go.
Yeah.
we'll be looking at.
Okay, 6 seconds. Yeah, that's Kenny.
Yeah, that is definitely Kenny.
And that's from 4 years ago. But I could tell immediately, and we're even 6 seconds in. Like, that is Kenny. Like,
Definitely. Just, oh yeah, for all the people who don't believe us,
I'll
scroll
play it
back
again.
in the time frame of this video, and then listen to Sebastian's voice.
Well, honestly, what I would do, Eric, is tomorrow, when you have time tomorrow, because I think you do work tomorrow, right? So,
I do.
well, so maybe, honestly, when you have time tomorrow, edit together clips of Sebastian's voice from your old video, and then this video, and then compare it with Kenny's voice. And say, I think we found Kenny, because look, we figured out that it was Kenny within the first 17 seconds of your video and then 6 seconds of this video. Like, listen, folks, you guys remember what Kenny sounds like? Tell me. Like, look, this is Kenny.
On Phase Plant. I'd like to thank Kill Hearts for the opportunity.
That is Kenny.
Yeah, definitely. If you're gonna say it's not Kenny, come on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, so how do you feel? You figured out the identity of Kenny.
If it's not Sebastian, I'm gonna be shocked.
Yeah, like, so are you
Like, if it's not Sebastian, then who is it?
Yeah, well, and how does he must have hacked our streams, because how else would he, like, I think he at least it is somebody who definitely, a troll's not going to respect you as much as Kenny does, because Kenny does seem to have respect for you, I've noticed, right?
Yeah, and
Because, okay, case in point, yes, I will say this, I got really pissed off at Kenny when he, was on, I'm not going to say her name, even though I've given her a shout out before, but
I know who you're talking about. But yeah, the only thing that would make sense for why Kenny figure that out is because Sebastian is a hacker.
So, but at least what we said is, we said, hey, do not go on other people's streams that that we are on, especially somebody who we're trying to build something with, because this person does have some connections, and Kenny at least respected you enough to not ever show up on her stream again. So obviously Kenny respects you. So that tells me that it's some sort of history, right? And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now. If it is Sebastian, then Eric, we've been talking about adding special. I'm being secretive, so please don't say anything. But we've been talking about adding stuff to things that piss me off for next season. I think we found what we're looking for. Because all I'll say is that they say for good storytelling, if you want your characters to have a good antagonist, they should have history.
Yep.
So we found it. That's what I would do, Eric. Honestly, if you can edit together clips of the voice from when he was on your channel, and then the current videos, and then
like Sebastian's voice, as far as I can tell, it pretty much sounds the exact same.
Yeah, but then it's like, well, it's a little raspier now. Like, I think it definitely sounds like he's a smoker now.
Probably, but if he is, it's not my problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, how do you feel now about finding the identity of Kenny? Are you surprised or not?
I've been curious ever since when Kenny first was trolling my live streams.
Like, are you? are you surprised or not really at this point?
It's a little bit of both, if that makes any sense.
Well, I think you're just like, man, just like, come on, dude. We haven't talked in almost 10 years. Okay,
Like
next year.
over 10 years now, because it pretty much is 2024 at this point.
Yeah, you haven't talked in 11 years. Like it's like, dude, why?
Like at this point, just get over it.
Like, listen, like I'm like, chances, Eric, I don't know about you, but chances are, if I haven't talked to somebody in over 10 years, I don't want to talk to you.
Right, like there's a reason why I haven't talked to you in that long.
Like, honestly, I would make a video saying I know who Kenny is, and I'm 1% certain that this is not Kenny. Like, if it's not, then at this rate, dude, I'm on to you. And like, honestly, I would even say at this point, I'm 100% certain that it's Sebastian.
Yeah.
Like, if it is, just I would just make a video saying, "Come clean." Come clean. I mean, if you're
like at this point, dude, just be honest.
Like, if you are Sebastian, which you are, listen, I'm not mad. It's just more like, okay, good joke.
And he left.
Say, listen, as long as you can just come on and, you know, be your character, fine, whatever. But just admit you're Sebastian, and like Kenny Hornrickson could be a character. That's it. But, you know, because if he wants to just be a troll, let him be a troll, because at least Kenny's not a malicious troll, right?
Yeah, like, okay, when you say Dragon Ball Z disproves gravity, therefore the Earth is flat, there's no way that you're being serious. Because nobody is that stupid.
Maybe Sebastian.
Maybe. Because if Sebastian is dumb enough to steal bowling balls and not even know what it is, and then afterwards he never even used them, so I
don't know. How did you even meet Sebastian?
I met him from Jeremy, and that explains a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, Jeremy was telling me, oh, this guy's a really big fan of me, only to turn out that he wasn't.
So you met one dumbass through another dumbass.
Yep. Yeah, and I remember, so both of them introduced me to a girl named Kendra when I was a junior, and Jeremy told Sebastian to kiss. No, wait, Jeremy told Kendra to kiss Sebastian, so she did, and then she said that he kisses like a dog.
The girl said that?
Yep.
Well, that's not exactly a good thing if a girl tells you that.
Nope. And I remember my senior year, you know, like the year after I met her and I then dated. So
yeah, and I bet Sebastian was mad about that. Like, here's
not
my thing.
as mad as when I was talking to Emily, because Emily was the one he was obsessed with.
Yeah, I bet he's still obsessed. Sounds like he might be still obsessed with Emily.
Probably, knowing him. It's like, dude, you're letting it take over your entire life. It's like, dude, there have been plenty of girls like that didn't work out with me. But, dude, move on.
Yeah, you know what my dad told me? There was like, yes, I wouldn't say it was bad as Sebastian, but believe me, we were in high school once, you and me, and probably everybody who watches this in the future. But we were in high school once. We were all obsessed with that one girl. man, we thought she was
but not to the extreme of Sebastian.
right. But and you know what my dad told me when the girl obviously did not like me?
What?
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
There are. And I told Sebastian that like a billion times, but it was like playing chess with a pigeon. Like, no matter how good you are at playing chess, they're going to knock the pieces over, crap on the board, and strut around like as if they won.
Yeah, well, sounds like Sebastian, sounds like, I'm gonna use one of my favorite movie quotes. Being friends with Sebastian sounds like masturbating with the cheese grater. Slightly amusing, but mostly painful. Would you say that's a correct statement?
Yep.
Slightly amusing, but mostly painful. So, that's from Ford Fairlane, one of my favorite movies of all time. So, because I think that's pretty much describes the friendship with Sebastian, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. He is. So, yeah, man, this is probably the great. We've been talking about him for a long period of time. This is probably the most excitement he's gotten in his whole life, probably, right?
Probably, because it's pretty clear Sebastian can't get a girlfriend, and well, I can see why. And
he's probably still a virgin.
Not to be mean, but I think so.
I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that too. But like, dude, I mean, it's okay if you're not like, you just want to start being friends with the girl, fine. But it's like, dude, you have to. Don't be creepy on women, because if women find you creepy, happy joy time is not going to happen, right?
Correct. And
I mean, listen, I guess, Sebastian, if you're watching this with Kenny, I know you're still watching. Come on. I mean, listen, there's two people watching.
This entire time that we've been talking about it being Sebastian, Kenny stopped commenting. So maybe Sebastian's like, oh shit, I've finally been caught after all of these years.
You know what? I'm going to say this. You're friends with him Kenny on Facebook, right?
Yep.
Is he online right now as we're live?
Let me look.
And if he is, just say, okay, listen, as we're live, just be honest. Are you Sebastian? And because Kenny, we know from experience, he's usually pretty good at responding to you fairly quickly. Oh, hold on. We could have somebody.
Is it who I think it is? Is it Kenny?
No, I don't know who this is, but it's Bill, but we're going to let him in anyway.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. Nothing much, man. Just got done fornicating. Thoughts on that?
That's lovely.
It was a lovely time, indeed. Yep. Woo-hoo. What y'all boys up to?
Not much.
We just had a troll come in, and we're pretty sure that we figured out who it is. And we've been talking about that for like what, an hour now?
Something like that.
Neil Diamond?
Huh?
Neil Diamond. He's trolling us. He's trying to get into the chat room and fucking scatter our brains.
Right. No, we think it's a former friend of Eric's, and So Eric, is Kenny online right now?
No.
Of course. Of course not. Well, you know what? Shoot him a message and ask him, "Are you Sebastian?"
Junebug, I want to
Yeah.
know how I started following your channel. What kind of videos you make?
I used to do movie reviews. This is part of our podcast. It's Sit Down by the Fire. I've interviewed we've interviewed Sarah Karloff, Len Lugosi.
We interviewed Craig David Dowsett.
Some fellow YouTubers. I used to do movie reviews, so that's probably how you know me.
Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar. I think I followed you from a movie review.
Okay.
Yeah, I just seen your YouTube channel. It says live. And how often do these lives? I don't think you do it too often.
No, I really don't. I usually the podcast I just pre-recorded on StreamYard just to, ignore unnecessary guests because, there was a while I got trolled a lot and kind of didn't quit going live. Not to say I was scared of them, but just didn't really want to deal with trolls. So, and then for a while I also got the porn bots. So
I've gotten those too, and yeah, well, and we've been talking about one of those trolls for the longest time.
Yeah, but it's just because this is a former friend of yours that you haven't talked to. You said in almost 11 years, right?
Yeah.
So did you message him? Are you Sebastian Kenny?
Yep. Or if he doesn't respond.
Yeah, so Bill, am I subscribed to you or?
No, I don't do chat. I don't do any content. I just it's a one-way street. I'm the one following you.
Okay, you've probably seen me before, like on Rambo Raft's channel. Do you subscribe to him?
Nope. Not familiar.
Fabio, Italian Salmon 51.
Nope. Not.
Okay, well, you probably just saw a movie review or something.
Yep.
I don't know what movie.
Sometimes I subscribe to random channels, and there's no rhyme or reason. I don't know how it happens, but it must have been a good reason because I liked your content. Like maybe you're talking about a review. I said, "Oh, I like this. I want to see some more reviews." But it sounds like you don't do too many more reviews. What's up with that?
A different focus, maybe, I guess, on the channel. Like, just because I want to Junebug Films. It's with Eric here. Viertholic Studios. I want to be a media. Turn Junebug Films into a media company. And like everybody and their mother's doing movie reviews. So mainly now, and even though everybody and his mother's doing podcasts, I kind of basically, I guess in essence, I just saw this new opportunity for the channel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's the podcast basis?
Sit Down by the Fire is what it's called. This is the Christmas episode. I just thought, for the Christmas episode, let's just kind of invite guests so they can sit down and chat and talk and everything. The podcast, we interview celebrities. We've reached out to some. Like I said, we interviewed Sarah Karloff, Craig David Dowsett. That one was our second interview, so it's not really our best interview, honestly. Because we were kind of still trying to get into the flow of interviewing people. But we interviewed some YouTubers. We've reached out to some other people. I'm not going to say who they are because, well, we're live and, don't want to spoil for next season. So, but we've talked about interviewing people who, could be quite interesting and good. So, because mainly just actors, directors, like I said, YouTubers in general. I'd be open to honestly interviewing pretty much anybody. I don't know about Eric. If we got, Eric, if we got the mayor, the mayor of Kansas, sure, we'll interview him, right, Eric?
Sure.
So it's like mainly, hey, it's like, hey, whoever, says yes to doing the podcast, as long as they understand it's an entertainment podcast, mainly like movie stuff and stuff like that. Like, so,
Yep, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Now all you need is that one breakthrough star, one big celebrity to put you over.
Oh
And-
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
because I said this before and I'll say this again. Hollywood is about who you know.
well, hey, if you can keep a secret here, Bill, I'll let you know one celebrity that went through that I messaged to be interviewed by.
Who's that?
Well, you got to look in the private chat and you got to keep a secret, okay?
All right.
I reached out to him and the message went through. So
Oh boy.
yeah.
Oh boy. That's a legend.
Yeah. Don't you say anything.
Wow.
But yeah, no, we've definitely we've reached out to a lot of people. So because I just figured, hey, you know what? The philosophy, at least with this media company, is shoot for the stars. So go big or go home. So,
Do you reach out to management or directly?
I mean, we would be open to just mainly social medias. Usually people who are willing to be interviewed by YouTubers. Some of them, it's like, okay, well, let's just go big, like that one specifically. But I mean, we've, like directors who are interested in, being interviewed by YouTubers or at least a podcast. So sometimes we'll message them directly. I mean, I think that's usually how you've gotten a lot of the interviews, right, Eric?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, sometimes, and a lot of times they're doing it just out on their own time. So it's not really through their agency. Like the strikes, we couldn't really get anybody because it's considered promotion and all that stuff. So we couldn't really get anybody. So like I said, that's when we just interviewed YouTubers and even Lynn Lugosi wants to come back on the podcast. And Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we would be her first returning podcast.
I believe so. As far as
we would be her first returning podcast, and she wants us to try Lugosi wine and Lugosi coffee with her on the podcast. So
that would be amazing.
Yeah, and I'm not even much of a wine drinker, but hey, but hey, if it's free wine, because I will get free samples and free coffee, sure, I'll try it.
Heck yeah.
So no, I thought when I saw Bill, I'm like, okay, I wonder who. I wonder that. I didn't know who this was. I'm like, man, I hope this isn't one of the people who don't like me here on YouTube.
Yeah, I was like, okay, either that or maybe it's one of the Joshua DeFarina trolls. But I'm like, hey, okay. Now I can see that Bill actually is a genuine guy.
Or it's Sebastian making another account.
Or could have been him because we were talking about him.
Yeah. So Bill, I guess thank you for being a real person.
Yeah, that's the thing about the internet. You don't ever know who's gonna pop up or who their intentions are. But no, I just came to say what's up, see what's going on. I followed you for a reason. I'm glad I tuned in because I know you guys are good dudes. Keep up the good work, man. I know it's trying to do a podcast. Seems like everybody's got a podcast nowadays, trying to break through and get some traction. It's got to be tough.
Well, at least with my interviews, I figured if you're going to start interviewing people, you might as well try to study the best. So, I always try to study Johnny Carson.
Okay, definitely. That's a little bit past my time, but he's
it's
legend.
Past my time too. But people still remember Johnny. So, and because he retired around the time I was born. So. But that being said, still trying to study him. And one of the things about Johnny that he did a lot, that I've noticed a lot of the other talk show hosts don't do, is that it was an interview, but he also kind of chit chatted with them as well. So, and that's what at least what we're trying to do. And Eric, that strategy has definitely worked out for us. So,
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So,
yeah, like you can thank me for the Lugosi, Karloff, and the Craig David Dowsett interviews, but for the Victor Miller one, you can thank Junebug.
Yeah, well, Victor Miller, that one is coming hopefully next week. This one is live just because I had a new phone and there's some Google's being a jerk with security issues, basically. You know how Google is sometimes. We're signing into a new devices.
Yeah, definitely been there. That's a good point you made though about make it a chat. It's instead of like an interview, like a formal interview. People want to hear just some just conversation, just talking, just shooting the shit type of thing.
Well, and like we usually just talk to the guests, like just like the Victor Miller one, the Screwmatter for Friday the 13th was definitely definitely fun. I'm saying this in a good way. He came off as a grumpy old man, but like a grumpy old man, like in a good way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's 83 years old and he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
So, but no, I'm trying to think. Maybe you saw a movie review, or are you friends with like? Are you familiar with any like people who I was associated with? Like I know I've been talking about getting him on Sit Down by the Fire, Grande's Graveyard.
I'm not. I'd have to check. I might be subscribed to one of these channels, and maybe I ran into yours through them or something. I'm not sure, but I'd have to double check.
Yeah, there's Grande's Graveyard. Need Gore. I mean, these people, for a lot of them have decided that they don't really like me just because I'm opinionated. But
well, there's always going to be haters. Don't mind.
John Steele.
No.
Okay.
Come here.
Might be. I don't even. What's your channel name?
Mine is just Kevin from Chicago. I don't got any videos. I don't think so. I just use it to watch content, not make content.
Okay. I mean, the only person I know from Chicago, at least through YouTube, is Don Star.
Don Star. Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you probably just advent of the internet. You probably just saw me somewhere and you decided he liked me. So.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the face will help.
Yeah, maybe that. Huh. Yeah, you look familiar. I definitely tuned in before. I think one of your reviews, something like that. So.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing as far as reviews in the future, I mean, we've talked about it. Maybe if we don't have a guest for Sit Down by the Fire, like we might might get back into reviews, but that would be more like maybe a series, like maybe we'll review a franchise or something like that.
Yeah, there's just endless opportunities. You can do on the podcast, do movie reviews, game reviews, anything.
Yeah, well, and mainly I've been helping Eric here. He's actually a filmmaker, trying to help him with the media company. And, at the end of the day, I just gave him advice. It was all Eric, so on what to do.
If it wasn't for Junebug, I don't think I ever would have a shot with the Screen Actors Guild.
I remember that was you that did that, though. I just gave you a push.
Yeah, well, I mean, the one who you really can think is Judy Fox.
Yeah.
Wait. What does Verthaler mean?
Virthaler is a German name. What it actually means, I have no idea. All that I can say is that it's my last name and that it's German.
Okay. All right. I thought it was maybe some coded name. Sometimes people do that, but you're German. German name. German excellence. I'm Polish. Polish excellence.
I'm Swedish.
There we go. We got all the major European ethnicities covered.
Yeah.
We just need a Brit.
The only I know the sex. I know one YouTuber who's from England, but he like I said, a lot of people don't like me on YouTube just because I'm opinion. I could be sometimes very opinionated about stuff, and so the only Brit I know is the Sexy Monkey. Was his YouTube name.
Sexy Monkey. Okay.
Sexy Monkey. Well, he said. Well, listen. Hey, his real name is Sasha. He doesn't mind that saying. Sasha, if you ever watch this, I still like your channel. You're a funny guy and everything, but he got that name Sexy Monkey from his friend that said, "Hey, that'd be a good YouTube name," because he had an old channel called If It Bleeds, obviously inspired by Predator. And then he made the channel The Sexy Monkey, which has caused some interesting problems with his channel because YouTube gets rid of the word "sexy" if you type it in the chat. So he basically in some chats YouTube thinks he's a troll.
Oh, you just okay.
So, but no, Eric is making movies based on his most popular YouTube series, Things That Piss Me Off. That's sort of Monty Python meets South Park.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then after
fucking legendary. That sounds like legendary.
I mean, honestly, well, Eric, I don't even know if you really think about yourself this way, but you were a part of the early days of YouTube. So I think a lot of people would easily say that you're kind of a YouTube legend in a way because you were part of the early days, really, of YouTube.
Yep,
right?
And knowing that I haven't gone away.
Well, yeah. Well, you're one of you started YouTube what 2010, 2009?
2009.
Yeah. So you were one of. So yeah, he would. So the fact that I could even talk to somebody that I grew up watching on YouTube and actually become friends with him is like kind of surreal, And and we talk pretty much every day now, and and so it's but you, I think honestly, with Eric, what made him last longer than a lot of the YouTube legends, because Things That Piss Me Off is inspired by. I mean, every YouTuber, if you are not, inspired by him, you're lying to yourself. Every YouTuber was inspired in some ways by the Angry Video Game Nerd. I mean, every YouTuber. I think that's safe to say, right?
Yeah.
And so, Eric, you got inspired. You can fill in and correct me when I'm wrong here. With Things That Piss Me Off, you were inspired by James Rolfe's You Know It's Bullshit, and they're kind of combining a little bit of his Angry Video Game Nerd show in a way, right? And so, you'll talk about lack of money, and how money pisses you off sometimes, and or like the radio stations playing the same song over and over again.
Yeah.
Or like what's Eric? You did the series. What's some of the other topics you've talked about? I mean, I already know the answer, but it's your series, so.
See, recently I talked about that B level in Crash Bandicoot 2. Talked about girls multiple times. I ranted about bugs, ranted about wannabe gangsters. Oh my god. Fast food restaurants, people who deny dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, and those are the movies. Even the latest movie, I mean, he's doing, and then after, you even do the fourth movie, Eric and I have Eric wanted to take advantage of the Winnie the Pooh horror movie and use a public domain character that you can make a horror movie out of. We were talking about all sorts of other ones we could do. We thought Dr. Dolittle, since Dr. Dolittle's public domain, but we thought, man, the budget would be so. Doing the animals correctly would be expensive. And then I said, well, Eric, there's one thing that we could do. And Eric, why don't you tell them what we were talking about?
Yeah, we were inspired by the Winnie the Pooh horror movie, like to do something with the public domain. So we talked about doing a Dr. Dolittle horror movie, since that the book is in the public domain.
but then we decided on doing something that horror fans have waited almost 100 years to see: Dracula versus the Frankenstein's monster.
Wow, there it is.
And we have
primarily because that the Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi movies are going to be public domain in 2027.
Sick.
Dude, this sounds like a Dr. Dolittle horror movie spinoff. That's a good idea.
Well, the only thing that I could see though is like, okay, it would be the only thing I could see with that though is it could basically Dr. Dolittle would be an extreme member of PETA. Or something like that. I mean, or something like that. But no, we decided to do Dracula versus the Frankenstein's monster. Because horror fans have waited to see that for the longest time, and we got 3 of them in the late 60s and early 70s. But and all 3 of them suck. And I'm like, man, why don't we make a good one? So. And we already have the monster casted. We actually broke a Guinness Book of World Records, so with casting this actor to play the monster, we casted the tallest actor ever to play the monster. He is 7'7".
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You know what? I got to tell you this real quick. The Mr. Fizzle Pops or Fizzle Pops.
No.
Stone Cold ET with the drive-through. You don't know that?
Maybe.
He's like, he goes through the drive-throughs. He does impersonations of wrestlers. He puts the Stone Cold ET. That's my friend Matt Girdwin. Oh man, he's hilarious, really talented. Does impersonations. What is it? Impersonations, impressions, same thing.
Yeah.
You gotta look up his YouTube channel, Fizzle Pops.
I think I might have seen him actually. Now that you mention it, when you talk about that, like, didn't he do David Lee Roth at one point?
I think so. I think he does do it.
Where he dressed up as David Lee Roth.
Yeah,
and did an impression. He did Michael Jackson too.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure about Michael Jackson. He did a bunch though. He's really good at impersonations.
Man, I mean, hey, if you could reach out, like I mean, that's he. If I remember correctly, he has a lot of followers. Not to say I'd be using it for his followers, but if he wants to do an interview on Sit Down by the Fire, you could hook us up. So
Yeah, his name's Matt Girdwin. I think you can find him on Facebook. Send
yeah,
him a direct message, or I can send him to him.
Yeah, you can, Eric. If he puts in the private chat, you can friend request him on one of the sites and
Oh
see
yeah,
if he, and then tell
I
him.
don't see why not.
And then tell him, hey, we just met Bill on our podcast. He kind of joined our live, and then we said we'd like to just do an interview with you. Hey, and Eric, here's an idea. Bill, how good is his Arnold impression?
He can do it all. He's a good Arnold. He's got good rock stars, like 70s and 80s rock stars. He does the politicians, all types of impressions. So he's talented. Really talented.
Well, because Arnold, okay, it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's just Arnold, but he sounds like Arnold. And the only reason we do that is just to avoid, not to say Arnold would sue us because it's parody law, but we just want to be safe. Because Eric, you mainly play and so Eric here, before he left, he plays Arnold in the movie, and he does an okay Arnold impression, but I'm sure it could be something that we could be a spinoff, like what pisses Arnold off. And if he could do a really good Arnold impression, that could be awesome. I mean, we even have a character in the movie now. This is her name. It's her name, and it's a character. But obviously, once I say it, you know who it's inspired by. The character's name. We have a character named Amber Turd in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, it's not supposed to be Heard. Her name it's Amber Turd. So, but
yeah.
heavily implied Amber Heard. But no, the character's name's Amber Turd legally. That's her name.
That's how you got to get by. Get around the law.
Yep. Well, so yeah, that's mainly it. I'm just trying to figure. Did you ever I'm trying to figure out which, maybe if you commented on one of the like videos I did or something.
Not sure.
I mean,
as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna go back and check out some of your content.
Yeah. Well,
I'll see. I'll definitely refresh my memory. But no, I just see live, so I saw it tune in. Glad I did.
Well, thank you. It's always nice to meet new people, and at least you're liked somewhat on YouTube, because it seems like there's a lot of people who don't seem to like me on YouTube, because like I said, it was one of those cases. I'm honest. I'll tell people what happened. It's people started asking opinion questions, and I stated my opinion, and they got offended. So
if they can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen. So
yeah, exactly. But it was one of those things. I mean, like, dude, why are you asking me this? Why are you asking me this? You're not going to like my opinion. So
yeah,
yeah. So but hey, I'm just saying, I don't judge people on what they did yesterday. If one of those people even reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry," like, okay, cool, man.
Yeah, it's usually not too big of a deal. They're just maybe frustrated that day, and they'll say something stupid that I don't think they mean it sometimes.
Oh well, hey, I mean, we're human. Every one of us has said something stupid at some point. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, so.
All right, man, Junebug. It was good meeting you. I'm gonna catch you at the next one. Hopefully, I'll put the ring bell get notified when you go live again, and I'll hop on.
All right, cool. Thank you. Well, hopefully Eric can come back here, folks.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Eric. He just hopped off. Maybe he got
StreamYard's been giving us. StreamYard sent me an email saying that they're updating for the new year, and so we've been having some bugs with them. So,
June bugs. We've been having some bugs on StreamYard.
yeah, well, and actually, the channel is even at. You might see my logo. It's the Junebug was the name of a cat who passed away, and you know, it was. You know, like usually if an animal dies, like I can get over it pretty quickly because we all go. But this was like a 2-year-old kitten basically that was murdered by a car. So it's just one of those things. Like, man, I kind of felt like in some ways the life was kind of cut a little too short. So,
yeah,
honor her in some way. So
okay, that makes sense.
So, yeah, hopefully Eric can come back here. But if you need to leave, you can. So you said you were going to get out of here. So
yeah, I'm gonna head out. So
all
I'll
right.
catch you in the next one. See
right.
See you.
All right. Hey, if you're on any social medias, definitely share out the stream. So
okay, we'll do.
Maybe,
have a good one.
Maybe we can get some more people on. So
yep, definitely. All right, take care.
See ya.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure with Eric, he probably got a phone call or something. Is usually why maybe he doesn't show up. For stream, why it ends with streams, but yeah. So, folks, we might have figured out who Kenny is. So there's that. But here, let me see if I can send the link out to some other people. Here, let's just try to see if we can. Let's see, folks. We can just do that for this little interactive live Christmas episode of Sit Down by the Fire. We'll see who we can get on here, because this is just the interactive Christmas episode. We'll have fun here shortly and see, because Eric has left, but we'll, go see who else we can get on here to chat with, have some fun. yeah, we'll see here, folks. But yeah, 3 people watching. What all have you? Well, now 2 people. What all if you? What are you asking Sandy for Christmas? Um, but yeah, we'll see here. But yeah, I mean, um, I'm doing okay though. I mean, just definitely, you know, hanging in there with everything. I mean, and just overall looking at this year so far, it's been interesting, an interesting ride. You know, I mean, the fact that things are definitely looking up for me. On a personal level and everything. We I mean, just big things coming, and hopefully, everything blows up with this media company. And by the way, if you really want to if you want to buy some merchandise, go to poppoptees.com. That's pop like popping popcorn, and then tease TEZ. So definitely just do all that stuff. Have some fun, and go buy some merchandise. It definitely helps out the channel quite a bit. Um, and just everything is, I mean, stuff you do, if you buy the merchandise, it you might be asking how it helps out the channel. Well, just trying to start this media company and trying to at least make something happen with this whole ordeal. So yeah, I sent the links out to some people. I guess we'll see who joins and when Eric comes back here. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, that's definitely exciting, though, folks. We figured out the identity of Kenny. I guess, stay tuned on Eric's channel because I think he's definitely going to be making a video about it. On his channel, the identity of Kenny Hornrickson. So, there is that. Did I send it? Seeing who else we can send the link to. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what are all your thoughts about that. Oh, let's see, who is this one? And we have Tony on. Hey, not much.
Coming to you live from down under Sydney.
There you go. Hey, well, good news. We figured out the identity of our famous troll, Kenny Hornrickson.
Who?
Our friend of.
Excuse me? A friend of whose?
Oh. Yeah, a friend of Eric.
I can't hear you.
Who? Sorry. People trying to call me.
Okay. I get it.
So I had to hit decline. A former friend of Eric's, and Tyranno, you have the link. Hey, Tyranno.
Hello there again.
Uh-oh. Well, yeah, StreamYard sent me a link, a message saying that they're updating for the new year, so there will be tech problems. So, but no, it's a former friend of Eric that just has been just one of those very dumb, annoying friends, I guess. And
yeah.
Hi there again.
Hello again. Hello, Tyranno. Well, did you hear
me and Anthony were talking on the live stream a lot about Power Rangers, and yeah, we're back again. Well, like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear the good news though?
What?
We might have figured out the identity of Kenny.
Who's Kenny? I mean, I know who Kenny is, but who's the identity? Like
one of Eric's former friends, Sebastian. We're about 99% sure that it's him.
Really?
That's shocking.
I don't know who Sebastian is.
Remember? Okay, you all know in high school we all had those friends that were just dumbasses.
Yeah.
That was basically
remind me about those type of people.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but so that was basically Sebastian with Eric, but I guess he prank called Eric for like 7 years straight. 1 year.
Oh, I got a phone call from somebody. Hang on.
Okay. So yeah, he pranked.
And I also know that Kenny Hornrickson is in your live chat. He says for caffeine show.
Yeah. We were talking about getting him on a podcast that we know.
The Earth is flat. Deal with it.
Yeah, no, he was on. We took care of him,
Oh,
and he
he
was.
should come back. He should come back.
Hey, you have his email. Send him the link. I don't care.
I don't have
Eric's
his email.
Yeah, I thought you did have his email.
No, I don't. I have his Facebook.
Well, send him a message. I don't care. He can come on again. He can come on again.
I can try.
He can come on again. I don't care. I mean, Eric's not here, so he'll join, right?
Yeah.
Because that makes sense that it's a former friend of Eric's now, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
But how
because this.
How do you know that it's a former friend of his?
Well, what we did in this stream, we discovered it in this stream. What we did was we looked at old videos of this friend, and he has that same similar voice because he's putting on that voice. It's obvious.
Yeah.
And he has the same tone. And then he has a recent channel, and we looked at videos where it shows his voice, and his tone of voice is like how he was in high school, but raspier. So, and we're like, okay, we're 99% sure that this is Kenny, because if it's not, then we approve in other ways. But Eric did say he's going to make a video about it tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, that he might have figured out the identity of Kenny Hornrickson.
That's so, yeah. And also, Kenny's voice is still funny.
Oh, and he sent him a message on Facebook. Are you Kenny, or are you Sebastian? And so, wait, is his Facebook still there?
Hold on, let me check.
Because if he deleted his Facebook, yeah, I'm 100% certain now that is Sebastian. Because if he deleted it, why would you delete it after somebody message you? Are you blank? You know what I mean? Like,
okay, so his Facebook is still there.
Did he get rid of any of his posts or what?
Let me check.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I just had some very
He's
urgent...
still there. He's still there. He said that he still lives in New York, but he said that he's from where sort of I'm from. Not really where I'm from, but like a town where I'm from. And
yeah, sorry, you guys. I was like
some
dealing
Facebook
with something urgent.
profiles of some
cool.
dude, I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, I think we figured it out. And usually Kenny is pretty good at messaging people back. So if he doesn't if he does not reply to Eric, because he messaged Kenny, are you Sebastian? And we're going to say this: if he does not reply within at least 24 hours, because usually he's very good at replying to comments.
Right.
If you don't reply, then yeah, we're calling it. You're Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
So, we might have figured out the identity of Kenny Hornrickson.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where is?
Like I said, send him the link. Tony's a very good smack talker. He can smack talk some flat earthers.
Bring it.
Oh shit, my laptop.
I mean, because yeah,
I'm actually calling him right now.
Yeah, well, he believes that the Earth is flat and the Earth is there's a globe Earth religion.
Ah, man.
Like, so.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, you're calling him?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
You have his phone number?
No, I don't. I'm just calling him because there's Facebook Messenger, and you can call people.
Huh. I didn't know Facebook could do that now.
Yeah.
Can you send him a link?
I don't know how to because
Can you cop? I sent you the link through. I sent you the link, through your phone. Just copy and paste it through the messenger on your phone or something.
yeah, I'm trying to do that. I think I got it. Wait, so he came on the live stream?
Yep. And then did his usual thing, basically Eric, we had this whole thing, like I told Eric, to basically take out, pretend to take out Simba, and then he was going to leave. And then we pretended to take out Simba because usually this troll, he doesn't sit there and show up. If he'll show up as soon as Eric leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric, I know some people thought that Kenny was Eric, but Eric made it abundantly clear that he was not Kenny. I think at this point, Eric would admit it if he was Kenny. Right. So it's like, okay, Eric, if you're, because I was honest with him. I said, Eric, okay, come on, just come out and say it if you are Kenny right now. Like, just be honest. And yeah, he made it abundantly clear he was not. So it's definitely, we kind of figured out that it's definitely a former friend of his, Sebastian. Now, the fact you've been doing this for, 4 years? I mean, I got to hand it to him at some point, you know what I mean? Because, some trolls are very dedicated, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Not just dedicated, but absolutely calculating. Surprisingly calculating.
With your mic,
Is that? Am I good now?
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
I mean, I can hear you, but I feel a little something.
My dog is snoring.
No. It's the your mic.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, am I? Does it sound like I'm far away or something, or what?
No. Maybe it's me.
Well, I don't hear anything, and I can't put it. I could put in headphones, but the problem is if I put in headphones, I can't hear that well. So, to begin with,
like try to mute and try to like turn it on.
Is that better?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh.
I mean, StreamYard emailed me saying that they are going through updates right now, so that's probably it. And I've been going live for about 3 hours. So
yeah.
So
wow, 3 hours. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take a look at your live stream. With Kenny.
Well, you could definitely just do it afterwards, and we could sit there and talk until Eric comes back. I think he probably had a phone call.
So Kenny left when when Eric came back?
Yep.
That's just stupid.
That's why I do think it is that Sebastian guy, because why? Okay, if you're not, here's my thing. If you are, if we are, like, why do you always leave when Eric shows up? Because either you're chicken to interact with Eric, or you as soon as Eric gets to talking to you because you guys were former friends, something's going to come up. You know what I mean?
Sebastian and Kenny are not. Sebastian and Eric are not friends with each other.
Because Sebastian was Tyranno, in high school, remember, you had some of those friends that you're not friends with anymore that were just dumbasses, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was like what it was for Eric. Sebastian was just a dumbass. I mean, and I don't mean dumbass in just like a teenage dumbass, because there's a difference between a dumbass as a teenager and then just a teenage dumbass. Sebastian apparently stole bowling balls as a teenager.
Gosh.
And didn't even know they were bowling balls.
Man.
Like,
that's stupid.
Yeah, and apparently he told me some story where he thought he was being chased by somebody while they were in a car, so he jumped out of the car, a moving car.
That is crazy, man.
So some of the stories that he told me about Sebastian, it's like, hey, I'm just gonna leave it at this, but this is my channel, so I can talk about it. I guess when God made him, did he not give Sebastian a brain? Was Sebastian the Scarecrow? I even think the Scarecrow is smarter than Sebastian.
Right.
But you missed it, Tyranno. We stood there, tried to really talk Kenny into coming. We sang the Barney song, We said, Kenny, I love you, you love me. Trying to get him to come in.
I'm actually looking for it, but I can't find Kenny Horlickson. Is his name Bill?
No. No. I've been going for about 3 hours, so.
Oh wait, never mind. I found Kenny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And he argued like a little kid. He argues like a little kid. Listen, I don't even know how to prove to you if you actually really believe that the Earth is flat. He's no matter, and he argues because it's kind of, no matter what you say, he'll always come back at something, but it's stupid because I don't even know how you could even in today's world even believe that the Earth is flat.
As if.
I guess I could understand it in the 1500s, but remember, he also says that one of the things he says is how NASA means to deceive in Hebrew and stuff like that.
I was there.
Yeah.
And
I'm actually leaving. I'll see you guys later.
All right, see you, man.
So, I don't know many people who speak Hebrew, but I know that it doesn't.
Of course not.
Because I think the closest that Eric came up. Oh, look now! Oh, look! He's here. Hi, Kenny. Kenny, the link. Remember, if you still have the link, you can come and join us. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
And we can talk about if the planet Uranus is also flat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And is Pluto, maybe Pluto, is that a planet? I actually still consider Pluto a planet, honestly, but Tyranno left, but Kenny, come on, come and join again. Come on. And like I said, And like I said, if you're on here, we need to talk to you.
Definitely, we really do. No, the proof is already in the pudding.
Is he saying he's not Sebastian?
At this rate, I don't know who to believe.
Well, I just want to know. Okay, usually religion indicates they worship a deity, and I don't really see the earth is as a deity. So, what deity do the globe Earth people, worship? Because you can't really worship a you don't really worship a like a object. Usually people worship, aliens or a god of some sort. So what deity do the globe earth religion worship? I mean, is
Albert Einstein and Charles Darwin. Huh.
Well, Albert Einstein, yeah, I mean, that would, I don't know about worshiping him, but maybe admire. Charles Darwin, anybody else? Did they worship Isaac Newton too? And maybe, what about Oppenheimer? There you go, right? But Kenny, you have the link here. I'll post it just for you. And and last time when I posted it, he said the link wasn't there when everybody else could see it. So, Tony, can you, when you post it, can you kindly verify that the link is there?
Okay.
And so maybe because maybe Kenny needs glasses, right?
No doubt. Better hang on a second. Let me get on Gmail. See where you were at.
I don't think you're a moderator yet, so I can post it.
You know what? I'm going to do it.
Yeah. So look, the link is in the chat. Tony, can you see it? You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so look, we can see it. I can see it. So Kenny, the link is right there. You can join.
No excuse.
Really, dude?
You don't see it.
Really? Come on, dude. Don't.
Are you just fooling us?
Are you being a dumbass? I mean, come on. I know you're being a dumbass. The link is, you see, there's no way where you couldn't see the link. You're not blocked or anything like that. Oh my gosh.
Don't even think about it.
Hey, can you imagine Kenny on Fabio's stream?
No, Kenny, it's not CGI. Ty sent the link on the YouTube chat. So you better get your butt on here.
Right? Because we have figured, Eric and I have figured out who you really are. And if you are who we think you are, it's time to come clean right now.
No shit. Okay.
Then prove it.
Yeah.
And why? And I have a question. Why did you, in one of your old videos, how did you spell ice wrong? You spelled Ica. So Eric and I have figured out who you really are, because you're a troll. It's obvious at this point. We have figured out who you are. We're 99% certain that it's who you think. I mean, even the dog agrees that you are that person. So join the link right now. It is clear. It is literally right between your comments of Albert Einstein and Charles Darwin, and I don't see it. It's literally right between there. So come on, stop stalling and join.
Don't waste our time.
Right? Yeah, yeah. So how have you been, Tony?
Busy. You know.
Yeah.
It's not like every day that you balance like online content creation for Red Ribbon Reviewers Month, as well as just soaking in everything that Sydney, Australia has to offer.
Yeah. So are you? I've noticed that you see a lot of you do see a lot of the plays and everything and ballets around the areas. I think that's really cool. Because I mean, classical music is definitely one of my favorites. I still think Wagner's one of my favorites, but
cool.
I would, because personally, I would love to see that somebody do that at least a movie, based on Reign of the Nebulon.
Right.
Because I think.
Oh. Kenny just struck back again.
Right, I see that. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. If I'm a NASA employee, then I think I'd be living in a better situation than I am right now. So.
Exactly. Me too. I
think
be worrying too much about my master's thesis. And
I think
of trying to get into a PhD program on scholarship.
Yeah, I think I would be. I think I would be at least living not in Kansas. Like I think, if I'm working for NASA, I'm living in Florida by Cape Canaveral on the beach. So, right. But yeah, I don't know. So here,
you're not proving anything, Penny.
So yeah. Anyway, I would love to see that though. Richard just the Reign of the Nebulon do all 4 movies like what they did with Lord of the Rings, because there's been a recent debate now if J.R.R. Tolkien borrowed from Reign of the Nebulon.
I've noticed a lot about the parallels between the Ring the Nebulon, or the Ring of the Nebulons, and Lord of the Rings. I mean,
I think there's
Gollum, he's kind of a parallel of Ribbit.
And you know, all powerful Rain. You know that.
Yeah. Here's the catch. Oh, Valkyries.
Elves.
Yeah.
Could be maybe Valkyries, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's.
I mean, most of the women there are like either princesses or domesticated. But
I think it was just
characters do the fighting are the guys.
I think it was just a coincidence, you know.
You could say. Could argue.
Just because, like, J.R.R. Tolkien, like, I mean, I know his wife was a classic pianist, but like, he said he never really read much of Reign of the Nebulon, which I'm like, I you know, I mean, you can't read everything, especially back then. So I think I'm going to give J.R.R. Tolkien a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
Same here.
I mean, and you know, but it's also based on Norse mythology, so you know, it's going to parallel no matter what both of them are, in fact, and based on Norse. So, yeah, who knows? I did hear this, folks. For somebody, if anybody's curious, Don Bluth, according to his website, is putting out a new book.
Wow.
So there's that, and I've also heard that they are, you know, so and hopefully if it's successful, maybe, you know, we could get the Bluth Renaissance.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, let's see. Somebody's joining.
On Bluth these days is that I feel like he's sort of in the twilight of his years. Yo, Eric.
Yeah. Hello, Eric.
Hey, yeah, sorry that I left. I just got really tired and I took a nap. So
we see that your friend showed up again.
Yep.
Oh, friend, right?
Right. Which I think I'm getting the feeling I'm 100% certain it is Sebastian.
Yeah, I am 99.999999999% sure it's Sebastian. If it's not him, I'm gonna be shocked, and I don't know who else it would be. But yeah, so Anthony, out of curiosity, I know that you don't know Sebastian, but do you think it's him?
Excuse me?
But I was just wondering, even though you don't know Sebastian, but after everything, so I'm pretty sure that Junebug told you a lot about him. Do you think
I mean, from what I could gather from what Ty told me, he was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's him. I mean, it makes sense because it is something that he would do. If it's not Sebastian, then I truly have no idea who else it is.
Right.
Maybe John Ferreira, maybe, but more so Sebastian.
I mean, John Ferreira seems like he would be the type that would just leave you alone. Like, he said his piece. You know, Sebastian, like I explained to people, Sebastian was just a dumbass. Like I told them the stories that at least that I heard.
But yeah,
okay,
like
sorry, people trying to call me. Where was I?
It sounded like when I was joining that, you guys probably thought that I was Kenny.
No.
Well, your voice sounds too different from that.
Well, like, hold on. Can you do your best Kenny impression? Like, let's do the voice comparison.
Everybody is getting your nickname.
I think he was a lot more nasal.
Yeah, I believe in this type of crap.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute, Tony. Tony, you're actually a voice actor, right? You've done some voice work, right?
Yeah.
So you can tell, like, so you could basically do a comparison of somebody's real voice and maybe with that type of voice, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, hold on. So because Tony is a professional voice actor, let's see if he
not
can.
necessarily professional, but you know.
Well, close enough what we could get, right?
Pretty much.
So yeah, so what we're gonna do is see Sebastian has a YouTube channel.
Azure Eyes.
Yeah, and what we're gonna do. Okay, look. Well, I don't know how he's doing it at 838 subscribers. He's getting ads on his channel.
I don't know either, but
I mean, he said he's a hacker, so maybe he hacked YouTube.
Or maybe he's been on YouTube for a lot longer.
I mean, well, didn't it?
So let's get started.
Okay, can you hear it?
So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to make another group.
Okay, so does that sound like Kenny maybe doing a raspy voice?
Later that you desire. FM the other one, so we'll grab this.
Or maybe he's using a voice modulator.
Yeah, I think that was.
Well, I don't know that. I mean, I will admit the music that I was hearing that he was doing on this channel. Hey, Ghost Rider.
Hey, Ghost Rider, what's up, man? So, Ghost Rider.
Hey,
we have
Ghost Rider.
interesting news. Remember how there was like that Kenny troll who will come on my channel talk about the flat Earth? We're pretty sure that we got it figured out who it is.
And Eric, I don't know. I know that Tony doesn't hear it, but I hear very similar voice patterns with his voice with Sebastian's raspiness voice. You know, I just hear very similar voice patterns. And I mean, wait, Kenny, here would be the proof. Has Kenny Kenny is usually very good about messaging you back.
Yeah.
Has he even messaged you back?
Let me check because I just woke up from my nap.
Okay.
No, he has not. Ever since I confronted him.
Right, and usually Kenny responds to you within maybe 5 minutes, if that, right?
Yep.
Right. Hi.
And I don't want to hear that you're busy because you just commented in the live chat, and so that's proof that you were just on your phone.
Yep.
Yeah. So
you told your mom about what?
I think he's talking about the possibly inviting the premiere thing.
Yeah, I thought maybe that's what he's talking about, but I just wanted to be sure.
I mean, Eric, you can, if you're Ghost Rider, if you want to, the link is in the chat. If you want to come in real quick, and Eric can just put the
that'd be nice.
email. Well, Eric can just leave. Well, because you might want to remain private. He does want to remain private. If you just want to come in just to get Eric's email address, or that's fine. Just to so you're.
You don't have to talk. You can at least put it in the private chat with your email.
Right, because Eric doesn't. I mean, Eric, you could leave your business email unless you want to keep that private, but.
I mean, it depends on whatever Ghost Rider is comfortable with. Just to let you all know, my friend Ben, who is Mustache Lady, my friend Ben is going to be coming over because we're going to watch the Jim Carrey Grinch. So,
Okay.
So yeah, that's going to be at 5,
Yeah,
and over here it's 4:22 p.m. So
I might be ending it, pretty soon, if just because I've gone for about 3 hours and 43 minutes. So,
I mean, heck, I mean, I guess you could try to beat my record for having a live stream go on for really long.
well, I gotta go too.
Right. Same here.
Yeah, same here. I had to get going too, so.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Well, that's what we're saying, Ghost Rider. If you just want to come in real quick, talk to, you and Eric can exchange emails. Eric can talk to your mom and etc. So his mom knows that Eric's not a creepo or something.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And so yeah. And so yeah. I'm just like, look, I get it that your mom wants you to be safe and all that, and so I just want to prove to your mom that I just want to prove to your mom that I do have the best of intentions about it.
Yeah. All right. So
he said I will do it another time. Okay, that is totally fine.
Yeah. Well. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm calling it, Eric. What do you think?
Calling it that Kenny Hornerson is Sebastian.
Yeah.
99.999% sure. Like at this point, it has to be him. I mean, it just makes too much sense.
Well, like to the point where
I really don't know what else.
Well, to the point where you would make a video about it tomorrow after you get off work. Clipping the videos of Sebastian's voice with Kenny's voice, putting it together and saying,
"Yeah, quote unquote Kenny."
Oh yeah.
Like so,
I think it's pretty clear that Kenny Hornerson isn't even a real person at this point.
Well, okay, hold on. What does the name Hornerson even mean? Like, what type of name is that?
I don't know either. Like, heck, here, one of you type in the name Hornrickson, look it up, and see what comes up. Because I can guarantee you that Hornrickson isn't even a real name.
Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, Horn, R-I-C-K. Then
no, there's only such thing as a Hendrickson, not a Hornrickson.
Ah, that makes me more suspicious.
Yeah, I'm only seeing Hendrickson. I'm only seeing Hendrickson.
So yeah, so we have further proof. So we have further proof like that Kenny is a fake.
Oh, so do you want to tell Ghost Rider who Sebastian is?
So Ghost Rider. Sebastian was an old friend of mine. He did appear in 2 of my videos. He did appear in my first season of Horror Movie Marathon, where I reviewed My Soul to Take and I reviewed the Prom Night remake. Sebastian is in both of those videos, and I can guarantee you that it has to be him.
Wait a minute, Eric.
This is something that Sebastian would do.
Eric, we did talk about it, and I'll announce it on my channel. We talked about it bringing back Horror Movie Marathon.
Oh
right?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I wanted to this fall, but I just didn't have time. It was because
I get it.
I was doing the play. I was in school filming the 3rd movie. I just did not have time.
I get it, but here, you want to hear my idea?
What?
What is it?
Okay, so since Sebastian appeared in 2 of the Horror Movie Marathon videos, right?
Yeah.
And then me, you, the 406 boys, I mean, I'd be willing to invite other people because I think we had a pretty good concept for the Horror Movie Marathon.
Yeah.
What if we do this? Sebastian comes, but it's not Sebastian, it's just Sebastian. I'm out of respect for him, I'm not going to say his last name. but you know what I mean.
Right.
And then maybe you sit there. No, you're not invited, and then you get a Nerf gun, and then shoot him.
So
basically, in your YouTube universe, Sebastian got killed off.
Oh my!
Right. But hey, guys, I seriously gotta get going because I'm gonna go pick up Ben, and we're gonna watch the movie. And watching the Jim Carrey Grinch, like, to me, it is just not the Christmas season if I don't watch it. So I guess I'll talk to you all next time.
All right. See ya.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I think. Yeah. So I think that that's definitely going to be one of Eric's future videos, is announcing who Kenny is, because, I mean, this guy has trolled Eric before, and they were former friends. Like he would prank call him for 7 years, apparently.
Oh, dear.
After their friendship ended.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's like, I don't even know who else it could be. Like any other people who Eric is not friends with anymore. It just wouldn't make. It would be like, it seems like they've just kind of moved on.
Right.
Like you should if you have a falling out with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I can't wait to see that video, just because it's like, I know who Kenny is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that further proves it too, because usually Kenny replies to Eric fairly quickly.
Right.
Even if he's not online. And it's been about maybe a couple hours since he hasn't replied. And usually he replies within 5 minutes. So to me, that's further proof, honestly.
Right on.
So, yeah. It's... I can't wait to see the video, because that's going to be interesting.
Oh, me roasting Kenny Henriksen?
Oh, hey, if you really want to, you can.
I wouldn't mind. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, saying the Earth is flat, and proving him wrong, and that they worship Charles Darwin and Albert Einstein. Which Albert Einstein, yeah, fine, you could worship him, but you shouldn't worship him because he was just a man.
Yeah,
but
that's just weird.
Charles Darwin, I don't know if that's really. I don't know if that's much to.
Right.
I don't know if that's much to worship.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see that. You're in Australia now, huh?
Yep.
Visiting family there for Christmas?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty cool. I know. I think isn't it? I remember learning about Australia in school where like they said that Santa comes on a surfboard or something.
Because it's summer here in Australia.
Yeah. So Santa comes on a surfboard is what they say. But yeah, for those who don't know, Tony here's definitely gonna. I think I have you on the schedule for Sit Down by the Fire. So
yeah.
So he's going to be a future guest on Sit Down by the Fire. Even though this is the Christmas episode of Sit Down by the Fire, I thought we'd just go live, because just tech issues with the phone right now. I recently got a new phone, and Google is being weird because, signing into a new account and everything, and you know how Google can be sometimes. So, but anyway, so there's that. But this is just a Christmas sit down by the fire. I thought maybe it could be kind of fun to do a little live thing. So, yeah. But you said you had to go here soon.
Yep. So, am I scheduled for Jan or?
Yeah.
For January.
Yeah, I think I need to check back at the emails after I get my, calendar notebook so I can write down the interviews. But I think I have you scheduled for the last week in January, if I remember correctly.
All right.
I think so. I need to check back, but what I'll probably do is just then once I get the calendar book, write down all the interviews, confirm them, and then boom. So, all right.
Got it.
Well, but hey, folks, I'm gonna call this. I mean, I would love to go to the full 4 hours, but I'm getting kind of hungry, and Tony has to go, and I don't really want to wait for other people to come in, and then I'm just here talking to myself for the long period of time. So see you, folks.
See ya.